Macedo and Dietz have gone. Dom, Steve, how you doing?
Good, man. Just busy days.
Dom, how
You
fired
have.
up were you about the Weichert?
That was badass. It was funny. I was texting my brother before that, and we were kind of shit talking each other. And then after the first half, I'm like, man, he just needs to get up. Like he carried more speed the first half when he was against it. In 1 and 2, 3 and 4, I felt like he was pretty good through the middle, and then like just turned it on the second half. And I'm like, fuck, maybe he was all right where he was at. And they just the whole team they just did a great job, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah, I think he would have got him without the open red. Like he
Yeah,
was so good on the bottom. You could see him like right out of the picture, and it's like, dude, he's coming.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It looked like it took him like 15 laps to like get himself acclimated and sorted, and then it was just like slowly started getting better. And then, like, I mean, I think there at the end he was just continuing to get better.
Yeah, just so you know, Steve, I've been trying to get a hold of Dom for about a week because
I texted him too. He didn't answer me either.
we're swapping a crew guy. We're swapping a crew guy, and I was like, he's gonna answer tomorrow. Now that his brother won, he's
Yeah.
sure enough he answers me tomorrow. The next day, I'm like, that's gonna be the thing that gets him your reply, and it was. So we're 5 cars in here: Macedo, Dietz, Deweese, Ross, G. That's the top five so far.
Nothing too
Uh,
surprising yet.
no, not really. You were surprised. You feel with like Dietz's numbers, Steve. You were talking about Dietz's numbers. Could you tell people how
Yeah, I
good they've
think
been?
like this year, like I literally think he has a 1.8 average finish at Baps. Um, 4 wins, I want to say here, and yeah, 4 wins and like 13 top fives in the last 2 seasons here. So he'll be good. Freddie Raymer actually, like he doesn't have a lot of wins here. I don't think he has any wins here the last 2 years, but he has like 8 top fives here, so he's pretty consistently good here too.
People are saying my audio is kind of funny. I'm gonna go turn off the fan. Are you guys getting funny audio from me?
You look the
It's
clearest
like a
you've been in a
little
while.
bit echoey, but like it's not too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna go turn off the fan just in case. I'm in the garage at our shop in Brownsburg.
Oh,
Give me a sec here.
The 1A should be good
yeah. I reckon the 1A is going to be very tough tonight.
because he was good in the 75 here too. So he'll be just better in the 1A.
And the 1A, like at times, it looks like the fastest race car in the country.
Yeah, Steve's picking big things for the 1A tonight. Hopefully that helped the audio.
I
I'd
don't
love
know
to
if
see
he's
Garrett
gonna
Williamson
time
get his
well
first
though,
win.
because I feel like he struggled to time at Eldora too. But like he raced pretty well.
Both these guys should haul last. Williamson was fast in hot laps, and apparently he's one of.
He's gonna struggle to to come back from that.
Ooh, not good from Smith on lap one.
I'm a little ahead of you
Yeah, I'm a little ahead of you as well.
because it was not good
Okay,
on lap 2 either.
I'm gonna log out and log back in so that Dirt Vision can ask me if I like the app. For the 7,000th time, I'll tell it no. Uh
What's up, Jimmy John?
So everybody bitches that they can't hear me because they say it sounds like I'm just talking to an iPad like 3 feet away from me, and I'm like, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
You're all right.
I think everybody just bitches to bitch.
how about
Maybe
the
the track
18 car
fell
and
off there a
Sheldon
little
being
bit.
second in points?
Are we live, Daryl?
oh. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, Steve and I were talking about that before you guys went online, and I cannot believe I never thought I'd see the day where he was second in points like 2 years ago.
And you know what? Like it's night in and night out. They look like they can win the race. It's truly so impressive.
Williamson got himself in a nice spot there.
Zierfalls was good in the 8 car here last year, so I think the 8 gets around here pretty good.
I also checked my settings. I'm not on the computer mic. I'm on my regular mic. I'm on my regular headphones. It's probably the audio of the garage. It's not ideal for recording, probably, but I went out here because we have Starlink at the shop, at the house at the shop.
Humble brag.
No, I don't get to use it. It's not at the shop. I'm having to go in the garage. There's nothing. There's nothing bragging about this.
So
Jade,
I got to get live.
what's up,
I'm
dude?
just now live. The one car's shoe hearts on the track.
Yep,
Whoa,
that's where I'm at. Yeah,
car looks crazy.
yeah. No real surprises in time trial so far. Does anything stand out to you? Maybe just that the 1A is slow. Is that what you'd say, Steve?
Both of them are slow. I'm surprised because Schuhart's got decent numbers here too. I mean, he doesn't get to race here that much, but
Got a question, JJ. Can you talk about how dumb it is that you have to pick between 360 points and 410 points at Knoxville?
Yeah, I do think it's pretty silly, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why particularly, aside from just, I guess, guys ruining it for other guys and stuff. But I am in the car owner points, and like I feel like my 360 team is like a bona fide 360 team. So like we're not like rich dicking these guys or nothing. So I don't know. Yeah, but if you go on my race pass and you go from competitors to car owners, I'm in the points.
Yeah, and I've had a free preview of the Master Gassers rankings for the 360 Nationals, and you're comfortably in the top 10. If I'm not saying too much, Steve.
You posted it.
well,
Oh,
I
you did
posted a
post it?
sneak. No, only
Oh.
10 guys today. Yeah, but yeah, I posted JJ in there today. I'm telling JJ might get bumped back one spot though because I don't know what I'm gonna do with Reitzel.
Yeah, he's fat. I mean,
He's always fast, but he just like sometimes they're just. I mean, you could say this about a lot of guys, but sometimes he's just super inconsistent, or he just can't recover from a bad pill draw. Sometimes I feel like.
right. Well, that 360 deal, I feel like if you get a bad draw with how equal everybody is there, it's gonna be
Yep.
tough, right?
Yeah, I was saying before we went live, like we've pretty much known if we were going to get out of our 360 heat like every year for the last 10 years. You look at the lineup and pretty much go, yeah, we'll get through. Nope, we're not getting through.
Yeah.
You can pretty much look at your heat and know if you're going to get there or not.
As long as you get through turn one, like turn one's such a crapshoot there, as far as like the starts and stuff go. It's just chaos. Like if you get through turn one all right, you're usually gonna be just fine.
Schatz was the guy I was looking for to be good tonight, and he was not good in hot laps.
I think
Hopefully
the
he
track
rips.
fell off quite a bit. I mean, some guys are putting up decent laps, but there's some fall off here.
Yeah. Dom, we've just had so many people saying on the chat about Gio. There's the first thing we talked about probably when he came in. Obviously, that was a pretty big moment for him. How bad did he need that?
I think you're muted, Dom.
Dom, you're muted.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Yeah, it had been a long time. Since over a year. I think it was March was the last time he had won a race, last March. So first win with a new team, first time he's ever even competed for a win at Port Royal. I mean, he'll tell you that's been his worst track. So I think it was more a relief for those guys, but also a big grow at momentum. And I just think that team is just so solid. Like all of them. I think Eric Cole. I can't remember the new kid's name. I want to say it starts with a D or something. Like all three of those kids three of those guys are really, really good. So I think it's exciting to see that he's finally broken through at $100,000 to win race, no less, which is really neat. So it'll be interesting to see where things continue, if they grow their momentum or what they kind of do.
Yeah, and I don't know if people know this, but the Celsius are actually pretty emotional, so I feel like that was eating on him pretty hard.
Yeah, I think it just wears on drivers when you go a little while without getting a win, you start forgetting how to do it almost. It's like, fuck, am I doing something wrong? What's going on? And I think he proved that he's a top driver, and he's a guy that can win anywhere. I mean, he's won preliminary night at the Knoxville Nationals. He's won, preliminary nights at not the Kings Royal, but the Joker's Jackpot or whatever they call that event for high limit. He's won preliminary nights at the National Open. He's won pretty much everywhere in California. So really, the only place that he hasn't won a race where they have 100,000 to win event the only one that comes to mind is Houston. Well, he's won at Huset's. So Skagit would be the only place he hasn't won an event where they pay big money. So, when you're looking at it from that standpoint, pretty good guy to have in the fucking seat, especially as young as he is. And, I think that him and Eric are going to just continue to get better, and that team's going to continue to evolve and grow.
Steve, you wanted to make a point about Freddie Kramer, who is now on the track.
Well, I was just going to, I think the pill draw kind of killed him here, but I was going to say a lot of people think Freddie goes, like, Lincoln's probably what you think of when you think of Freddie, but, like, I think he's very consistent at BAPS. He has, like, 8 top 5s in the last 2 seasons here. So I wouldn't be surprised if he races well, but like I said, he's kind of buried by the pill draw, I think.
Ooh,
Rumsey just
made him look silly.
That car is crazy fast in time trials.
What car is
it? The aluminum.
It's the old Cody Hartlob car, the Brewer 95 it was, and now I think he just teamed up with Rumsey.
Now we got gravel going.
Dietrich's been good here.
Real good.
Daryl, how many times have you done a podcast? You don't know to keep that thing on silent mode?
I'm on silent.
Oh.
Someone else.
Oh, somebody else dinged right when you looked at your phone. It felt like a prime.
No, I didn't get anything. I'm just
gravel 6th. Dietrich no good.
48 can't qualify this year.
That's crazy. Rumsey was 4th.
It sucks because, man, I'll tell you what, Dietrich's has driven really good. Like the one race in Lincoln where he went from like 21st to 3rd. Very impressive racing, but just can't get fucking timed in.
Someone said here people yearn for Dom to run Calistoga without the wing. I think the only time I went to Calistoga, Dom was a crew guy on the non-wing car that won, I believe.
Yeah, on Bell's car.
Yeah. Who owned that car, Dom? It was like a 51. Roth was helping out. What was that deal?
Yeah, so it was Jeff Gardner and Roth Motorsports, basically. Jeff is a close friend of the Roth family and team, and has worked with him for a long time, and so it was his car, but it was like a pairing up.
And Trey Starks will be joining us, but with him being on West Coast time, he's not sure when he's going to pop on here.
Yeah, the East Coast races make this way less enjoyable.
Well, I was saying to Steve, we've never really done like a Pennsylvania race, and I feel like it's kind of weird to say, but I feel like we underrepresent Pennsylvania. Like if you look at a lot of our interviews, it's a lot of West Coast people. I think we kind of really got to get some East Coast stuff going. JJ, our plans have changed. We're hitting Knoxville this Saturday, so you and I got to play through the week.
Nice. Are you gonna? Are you guys gonna run both classes?
No, Alex is just running the 360. That's all we're doing.
What's Sam doing? Are they racing ASCS somewhere?
ASCS in Minnesota, yeah. They just rained out the first night.
I was going to say, that's raining out. It's supposed to rain up there like torrentially.
Yeah. I think Saturday's still supposed to go, but they rained out the Thursday today.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson Friday. I've never raced there.
I've only been there once, or maybe twice. We set the track record with the Outlaws, and then we destroyed our shit in the heat. It was awesome.
I was there once, and we drew the 1, and then it rained out, and they were doing like a double show the next day, and we had like the drive line came out of the U-joint in the back there, out of the ball spline, and we were done basically for the weekend, just loaded up and went home. I told Brandon, I said we said as many words on the way home as we did made laps while we were there.
I'm looking at the top 8, and there's no surprises in Tron Trials. Rumsey would probably be the
What?
biggest
Yeah,
surprise,
what?
but that's not a surprise, really, I don't think.
The way he went
Nah.
out late and out qualified gravel is pretty surprising.
Yeah, the lateness is surprising, but no shockers in the top 8. If someone told you Rumsey went top 8 before,
So
Baylock, I think, went out fairly late and laid down a lap too, didn't he?
You're quiet on mine. I have a question that will show you how much we don't know about Pennsylvania. Like, is this pretty damn fast for Babs right now? Or like, I feel like it's usually pretty slick. So like, is it pretty fast right
I
It
think
definitely looks wet.
now? That's what I think.
Look who we got popping in after time trials.
Dude. Dom.
Dom, you're muted.
I was just ripping into Jackson. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden my dirt vision's fucked up.
Oh, sorry. Let me go get right on that.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. How we doing?
What's up, Jax?
Jackson, how was your trip to Canada?
I loved every second of it once I got to see you.
Oh, stop you.
How does it look tonight?
I don't know. It looks like normal Babs. I mean, it rained quite a bit yesterday, and they did a good job getting the track ready, so it looks
We
good.
think it looks way faster than usual.
I mean, I feel like the last few times we've been here, it's been really fast.
Well, thanks for making us look like idiots, there, Jackson.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks
But
for
like,
coming
there's
on
not
and
like
saying we're wrong
only
and
32
losing.
cars isn't a lot.
No.
Only 30 cars too, so
Yeah, that doesn't help.
the track might stick around a little bit more than normal.
Rumsey
So
looks
how's
really
the
good.
production?
Yeah.
Dude,
How's
the
the production going
Rumsey
here,
kit is
Jackson?
so good.
Yeah.
He's just living life like it's a video game, dude.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He's living life like it's a video game.
Dom, I just got a message from a Tyler Sylvain who says I'm supposed to take care of his Australian.
Oh, yes.
Dom and I are doing a crew swap for Knoxville here. We're getting one of Dom's crew guys to help us out because everyone on my team is crippled.
You have one hand amongst 3 guys.
I am making a plan change on him though.
Oh, yeah?
We were supposed to go to Eldora this weekend, but they're being forecast for almost an inch of rain, so we're just gonna go to Knoxville early, around Saturday night. But I wanted to take him to Eldora. I wanted him to see that place before he went.
Eldora would have been cool.
Yeah. But the weather just looks terrible. Michael Harris asks, "What's the over/under on Williamson getting his first win?" I feel like you can't answer that until you see the redraw, the dash.
It's going to happen
Knoxville
any
prelim
day.
count.
Oh, yeah, it's 100%. He's going to get dozens. Of
He's gonna win within 3 weeks after the Knoxville Nationals. At one of
I already made the bold prediction that he's going to win a Knoxville Nationals prelim. I already made that prediction
I could see that.
on the last live we did. That was my hot
Yeah.
take.
I could
He's gonna
absolutely
win
see
that.
that.
And Sam's argument to it was actually a really good argument. He said, "No, he's not. Williamson's going to time in too good." I'm like, that's true too.
Yeah, but there is a world where you qualify like 7,
You get on the back stretch and you're doing a hell of a job to time in 18th, and then all of a sudden you're on the front of the AMA.
Yeah.
But he's one of the guys that can like be on the back stretch and it'll be no big deal for him. You know, there's not very many guys like that.
Oh, has
I
he
still-
made 3 nationals now?
He's made at least the last 2 in a row.
I think the last 2, and he was like charging and didn't quite make it in the other one.
In the 6 car, right? The
Yeah, it
year
was
he
like a
missed
last
it.
second fuckery was a foot type of deal, and he had to go drive the 6.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a matter of time with him. I think that's the coolest take ever. Everyone can see they're about to get going.
Oh.
I actually talked to Chatty a lot at Oshweek before we raced, and honestly just told him what a good job I think they've done.
I was heartbroken at Willamette, or not Willamette, Wilmot.
And Eldora. Like, I thought he drove a hell of a race at Eldora.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I talk about all the time on here how usually when you get your first outlaw win, it's like you sit on the pole and you hang on. And like at Eldora, he drives by Marks and Macri, and I was like, that's full. Like, you've done everything you're supposed to do, and
I
Macri pulled
can't-
one out of his ass.
I can't really remember a guy's growth being like Williamson's.
Well, this is what I talked to Chatty about it last weekend. I was like, it's so hard to put a cap on him because JJ, you remember when he came out on the ASCS, like he was okay. Like there was no like, oh, this guy's gonna be someone we're gonna do. Like he didn't do a bad job at all. You're like, okay, he's better than average, but like there was no, oh my God, we gotta watch this kid. And he even had backing then, but there was no like, oh my God, we gotta watch this kid. He's gonna be knocking off outlaw wins left and right. I think JJ, it's fair to say people were higher on Chase Randall at the time. Is that fair to say?
100%. I would say that for sure. Like, and you know, that's not even a slight on Garrett. Like Garrett was just always quietly doing it the same way. Like when he came out on the tour, it was like, oh man, he's a brave, squirrely young kid. And then by like halfway through the season, it's like, man, that kid's really putting together better and better runs, you know? And it's just like, I feel like every time I've ever seen him from the very beginning of whenever I started racing with him, he's just like always gotten a little bit better. And it's you know, it's hard to put a ceiling on a guy like that because he's had every chance to kind of plateau with the Outlaws and he still just keeps, you know, he just keeps getting better and finding a way to improve. So man, I don't know. It's pretty crazy to see actually how badass he's becoming.
Jackson, how come my audio's in Spanish?
Telemundo, abogados, 555,
Dirt Vision 8. Michael Harris, who I believe is a JJ buddy, says his bold prediction is JJ gets out of his heat and wins the preliminary night.
That'd be cool.
My bold prediction is that JJ has a better 410 Nationals than last year.
I hope so. It's trending in a good direction, I feel like. Last year, we kind of knew we were screwed going into it. We're out of motors.
Also, I feel like we should remind people on Wednesday at the Knoxville Nationals, we are, I believe, at 1:30 speaking at the Hall of Fame. If people want to come watch that. We also have T-shirts for sale. Dom, JJ Jackson, I don't know if you know, the sales have done pretty well. And we're actually looking at doing a second color on the Grizzly Bear T-shirt. Trying to figure out what else I have to update you guys on. Oh, my dad says I never tell people to subscribe to our channel, so subscribe. The other housekeeping. Dom, you and I last year, every morning we did a live post Knoxville Nationals, whatever happened the night before. This year I got it confirmed yesterday. I still have to talk to him, but Wade does have a production trailer that we're basically going to be able to work out of, and basically whenever we want, we can basically go down there. So I think, Dom, unless you have something crazy, I think we'll try to go every day again.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to try and do some 360 National stuff. I don't know if you can do that with me or anything, but I'd like to do the 360 Nationals as well.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm not going to be missing a day from the 360 Nationals to the end of the Nationals, so I'll be excited. I get there on Tuesday before the 410s.
Yeah. The last 2 years, Dom has done the forum we hold at the Hall of Fame. He's done it over the laptop. He's been basically zooming in, and this year he's actually going to go. And I assume we can steal you, Jackson, or will we be able to steal you, or will you be working at that time?
My schedule is very flexible, but
hell yeah.
Everybody buy our T-shirts. I gotta go.
Give them hell. Try to get the Spanish turned off.
Yeah, buy our shirts, buy them all. See you guys.
I love how, like, last time we went live, I'm like, man, I think Rico's getting a little too commercial, and now I'm just like, buy our fucking shirts immediately.
That's hilarious. Sell out. That's like, so Terry McCarl saw me in the pits one day wearing like a 2M collared shirt and a 2M hat, and he's like, look, you're a sellout. And I just looked down and smiled. I was like, been waiting my whole life to sell out, man.
Yeah. JJ's got some cool shit going on. I don't know if JJ wants me to say it, so we're not going to, but some shit's starting to go JJ's way, and I'm pretty darn happy to see it.
It's all
I don't know how much you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say it, or if you want to say it, or if you don't want to say it at all, but cool shit's happening for JJ.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're running a Don Long Moyle 360 in our 63 car here for basically like the rest of the Knoxville season. So that's like, about as badass a thing as you could hope for a team like mine. That's a game changer. So, and then moving forward too, there might be some 410 action in the 2M as well. So we'll just kind of see how it all plays out, but it's definitely going in a good direction. So very grateful.
Do you want to tell people what he told you when he did it? Because I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, he's just a fun, just a cool old feller, just like wants to have another dog in the fight, basically.
Yeah, he's like, it's not because I like you or anything.
Yeah, it's not because we like you. It's just for results, my friend. Like, that's it. Like we want to have more chances to get in the front of these deals. It's like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm just proud to be one of the dogs in the fight, baby.
I was thinking about it after you told me that, and I was like, that's pretty smart because it leaves no emotional attachment, right? Like,
perfect, dude. It was
like
sometimes you feel like these people like told you some things, and then like at the end of everything, you're like, man, like, so were we even like, did you even mean any of that shit or what? You know what I mean? Whereas this deal's like, it's just like, you run up front, we're going to be good. You don't run up front, whoever is probably getting that son of a gun. It's like, hell yeah, understood, sir. We'll try and do our best.
So, Steve, now that you know that JJ's got the Dunlop 360 under the hood, is he not losing that ranking spot, or what are you doing with him now?
I don't know if he's gonna lose that ranking spot or not. Honestly, like I'm pretty content with it. Like Justin Henderson being at 10, like it might be a little bit high, but also like that car has looked super good.
They're just getting better and better and better every week too. Like they're knocking on the door, man. Especially in the 410.
I looked at Steve's list. Steve gave me the full list. And people do the cheese ball like anybody could win this race. I counted 17 guys that I figure if they won, no one would bat an eye for this year's race.
I feel like there's probably a tier of like 3 or 4 that it would be surprising if those guys didn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, you got your Kyle Larson's, but like we're talking like Justin Henderson's 10. Would you be surprised if he won the 360 Nationals? Because I wouldn't be.
Well, what elites do we have? Like we got Larson. No more. Is Brad Sweet not doing it now?
Sounds like Brad Sweet.
Larson, Rico, Timms,
Day,
and Day. Those are the elites.
So that.
And then I would put Sunshine and Gio right below them.
I would put.
I put right there too.
Yeah. Program is fast as hell, and then Jace Park's going to be up there too, in my opinion.
Yeah, I got Jace Park in there. In the top 24.
Yeah, it's gonna be, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like, in my opinion, Daryl, any of those like the Rico, Kyle, even Rico, Kyle, Corey, I feel like are kind of the 3 that are coming in. Well, then Ryan's obviously in that category, but he's kind of like he's our local guy, I guess in a way. But yeah, everybody but those 4 win, I would bat an eye, Daryl.
Yeah. No, would you be surprised if Aaron Wrights will beat those 4? I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised for a second. Would you be surprised if Gio beat them? I wouldn't be.
No, not for.
Like you start going down the list and you're like Tyler Courtney, yeah.
There's like guys like Kerry
Austin McCarl. If he beat them, would you be surprised? No, like you start going down the list and you're like, oh. But this is where I was gonna go. Is I remember so many years where like we'd go and we'd be like, oh man, how are we gonna beat Brown? He's won like 97,000 410 races this year, and then you draw that backstretch and it changes everything. Like you can draw that backstretch, you can be the killer, and maybe timing 11th is a killer lap from the 70th hole.
You're right,
but it doesn't matter. You're not starting up front anymore. You're starting row 4. Yeah,
you're kind of irrelevant in the race, most likely. Like,
and you can be like the Kyle Larson or you're gonna lose because one of those other elite guys is going to be in the front 2 rows, and they're going to win.
So we had a podcast last year going into 360 Nationals. And I was like, oh, man, I love that Kyle Larson's coming. I think it's, like, my best shot to beat him and all this. Like, hell yeah. And I was all amped up on it. And then, like, I got to racing with him, and he, like, put me in the infield. And I was like, man, I was just kidding on the podcast, bro. Like, in my head, it was like we got to run in 360s, man, and it was the same thing. Like, he was still so – he still didn't feel beat. Like it was crazy how fast he was, even in a car and a motor that they never run. It was weird.
And they lost. They didn't win. Rico won.
Yeah, no, you're right, but that's like the same.
No, but it's insane.
It was fun. So this year I don't get like Kyle Larson. I'm glad you're coming. I hope we just respect each other so much we stay completely away from each other.
And then Dom, I think you'll back me up on this because you have to do it a lot. So much of it comes down to what motor do these guys rent?
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy. Like, I mean, especially a place like Knoxville, if you get a ground pounder in there, it makes a world of difference.
It's everything.
Yeah, it's motorsports for a reason.
Yeah, and there it's like it reminds me of an IROC race. Like it's
Yeah.
all the fast guys with with less power, just not making mistakes. Like it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's like going to sideways with your buddies in a lot of weird ways, you know.
Well, I ran the 360 Nationals twice, and one year it was slick to the fence,
Then
and
it's
the next
awesome.
year it was badass. It laid rubber like the last 3 or 4 laps, and McCarl won.
Oh,
And
yep.
it was a fantastic race, and it was so much fun because I mean you were all over the fucking racetrack. Like you could even float the middle. And then I think the next year when we go there, it was like wide open around the bottom, wide open around the top to like a meaty curb, and it was completely different. And it's like, dude, obviously you can't get it gut slick every time, but like for the 360 Nationals, the bottom needs to be as narrow as possible, and the top needs to be like 2 foot off the wall. Like get the thing as wide as you can, because then when you start slowing it down, then it really it levels the playing field a lot for the 360 stuff.
Yep.
So they're showing Scott Gobrek right now, and this race is for Kevin Gobrek. Did any of you guys actually get to see Kevin Gobrek race live?
No, but him and I share a birthday.
My first ever Knoxville Nationals was the 1999 Knoxville Nationals, and he was coming off just winning the HBO for $100,000. And people don't remember this, but he actually had the lead on the last lap of the Knoxville Nationals for like 0.2 seconds. The race was a race between Lasowski and Mark Kinzer. And on the last lap, I can't remember how it played out, but basically Gobrek and Lasowski made charges on the last lap. Lasowski led early, then Mark Kinzer took the lead, and then Gobrek and Lasowski came on late. Lasowski ended up getting Gobrek and trying to get Mark Kinzer at the line, but he ran third, but he actually coming out of 2, I believe, had the lead briefly. And then like 2 or 3 weeks later, he's gone. Like he won the HBO. He was right in the mix for Knoxville Nationals win. And it looked like the world was his, and then just boom, gone, just like that.
I've heard from a lot of people that he would have rewritten the history books had he been able to continue.
I just don't know, but I do know he had one cool deal that Ryan Timms just wrecked. He won 3 features in 2 nights in Pennsylvania, and I wasn't aware of anyone topping that. And then Timms went out and won 3 features in one day, or how'd that work out?
3 features in 24 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Knoxville was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., then Houston was 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.
Yeah. So he won the 360 and 410 at Knoxville, and then won Houston. It's all within 24 hours.
Yep.
But up until that time, the one people used to always talk about was Gobrek winning 2 out of 3. And if you look at Gobrek's numbers that year in the Amoco 93, they weren't killer. But the important thing to realize is they'd started on J&Js, and they just made the switch to Maxims. And when they made the switch to Maxims was basically when he started ripping then. And it just looked like I don't know about rewrite the record books, but we're talking about a guy that probably wasn't going to leave the Outlaw Tour for like 15 more years. Like he was probably going to be there.
He'd be solidly in the record books every year.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty substantial. You imagine, I mean, and really, if you think about it, let's say he was there for 10 years. If he was there for 10 years and he won 25 Outlaw shows and won, another crown jewel, it is rewriting the history books.
Yeah. All right. And then I don't know if people know this. Pennsylvania guys will know. People will know this. They did a Kevin Gobrek memorial race, and like there was so many times his brother was. I don't know if there's so many times, but there's multiple times his brother was so painfully close to winning it. I believe one time he had it won and he blew a tire with like 4 to go. Pennsylvania guys can correct me, but like it was a heartbreak on top of a heartbreak. Brian Gobrek was like kind of a lower buck guy. And I want to say they came so close to winning the Kevin Gobrek Memorial twice. But Brian never got it done. And like I say, I believe a flat tire with like 4 to go cost him the one. We got a question from Tyson Berman here. I'm going to throw it to Steve first because he's actually done a ranking. Steve, who has better odds to win, Sam or JJ at the 360 Nationals?
I mean, I have JJ, I think, 4 slots higher than Sam. I think I have Sam 11th right now, and I have JJ 7th. But I would honestly say that, like, anyone from, like, 6 through 15, like we were just kind of talking about, like, they're all very similar, you know? Like, it's going to be very pill draw dependent with
That's
that.
what
And, yeah.
Based on how you
My-
guys pill draw, Daryl, I like my odds. The way you guys pill draw at that particular race, I haven't.
We
been
pill
on-
draw.
I haven't been drawn
we-
with the shit this year. I'm either like really good or dead last. But like I've seen every time I see you guys at Knoxville, it's like last time we were doing the live show and Sam's like, everybody's all happy go lucky, and Sam like during the live show is like, oh, my crew guy just texted me 72. She's like just ruined the whole show, basically.
But don't forget at the 360 Nationals last year, we drew like top 4 car to go, sick quick time. We ran a little dry on fuel, but at the 410 Nationals, we have a ridiculously bad record.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the 410 Nationals, Sam has been in like the back 10 spots, like I think the last 5 years. It's been painful. And then someone here was talking about Jace Park. Ethan Tax says Jace Parks has really turned it around. Jace Parks has really turned it around. I remember him struggling in the 45X, got fired, ran a bunch in Cali, and now he's really competing in Knoxville. I was around when Jace Parks started in a 360, and when he first came out, I want to say he was driving one of the Morton family cars, and at first, like, the buzz around him was really good. I remember him coming to I-30, and he had a really, really good race. And everyone was like, hey, this guy is one of the next good ones from the Oklahoma mini sprint scene. And then he kind of fell off there, and I kind of wrote him off until he got into 28, and obviously he's hauling ass now. JJ, I don't know what you want to add because they're about to go racing, but you've seen Jace look incredible this year.
He looks awesome. I mean, testament to Chad Morgan. Like, I'm sure, like, that's the crew chief on that deal, and he's obviously comfortable and obviously fast all the time. So, yeah, whatever those guys got going on, they've got. I mean, they've been racing Knoxville forever, so Jace put himself into a really good spot, but he's driving really good too.
Here we go. This is
First photo on going into one looked like a light flash, like a yellow light flashing.
I think we've
Dom,
gone
did
yellow.
you race
but
against Jace Park when he was in the snow? Was he driving the snow car for a little bit last year?
He ran the snow car, and then he ran Dominic Gordon's car for a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
And for the life of me, I remember him being out here. I can't remember how he did.
He didn't do anything. That's why I was actually pretty shocked at how well he was running this year, because I remember Jace Park in a midget. Like, he was in a Chad Boat midget for a little bit, I feel like. And did he have like a really ridiculous Chili Bowl run one year? I feel like maybe. I want to say he made a soup run. I don't know. But I remember him like turning heads in a midget a little bit. But then when he got in that 45X, like, he just like struggled a little bit, and it was like, well, he's only like 18, so maybe he'll get better. And then he kind of just disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't remember. I try to block a lot of that stuff out anymore, but yeah, I just can't place how he did out here. And you might be right, maybe he wasn't very good, but I've been impressed with him at Knoxville. He's been quick.
He's also strangely really good at 81 Speedway. He knocked off like a random 8th against the Outlaws a couple of years ago. And then this year, I remember him being pretty competitive at 81 Speedway again against the Outlaws. Here we go again. Is there a better guy?
Baylog.
Does Baylog close it up this time?
No, he wrecked.
Oh, boy.
Steve's ahead of us here.
There he is.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Nice avoidance there by Macedo.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
Is
on
there-
a
I was
crazy
gonna
stretch
say-
of bad luck.
I was going to say this. Is there a more dangerous guy to be outside the dash starting spots than Kofoid?
No.
I mean, he's out of the dash starting spot every heat race, I feel like.
Yeah, every night you're like, I'm on the front row, and you just look behind you like, oh, great, go for it.
Oh, good. Kofoid's starting 7th. I'm fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Crazy too. Boy, just no grip.
Kevin H has finally caught a live stream sitting in the emergency room with chest pains. I guess that's what it takes. Love the commitment. Try not to die on us.
Yep. Stay
Yeah, no,
alive.
heart attack free zone there, buddy.
Yeah. Now, you got to realize when we're watching this, we don't have sound. Someone
No.
said phantom caution leads to the bailout clip. If someone could tell us why that was brought back, I don't know. Because
I was
Yeah, that-
actually
not know.
wondering that too.
Yeah, that first start looked completely fine.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hats off to the Speedway for getting him hooked
Well,
up quickly.
The fan club is going to perform it tonight.
Yeah, fan club's going to be coming from. Well, he'll be on the front of the B, right? He'll be front row. No one's going to time.
Yeah, he'll be on.
No one's going to time faster in there.
Dude, I was just looking at the lineups. Heat 2 has Dietz, Gravel, and Macri.
Nice.
3 losers.
Yeah.
And I
None
think
of those
Schumacher's
guys have won
buried
this
in that
week, have
Heat
they?
2.
Right.
I guess
I don't-
well, Gravel won at Weed Sport.
Oh, I guess you're right.
When doesn't gravel win at Weed Sport?
Well, at least he didn't win them both.
Sheldon was good.
Sheldon almost beat him the second night too. I was
Mhm.
surprised.
Yeah. As we said before on here, I just can't believe how good Sheldon's been.
No, it's so impressive.
It's
Like,
awesome.
think about that, Don. You went on your rant probably 2 years ago, and here he is, second in world development points.
Yeah, well, dude, and you know what's funny is for those that don't know because it was cut, I'm just like, Sheldon, stop fucking crashing all the time.
Yep.
And look what he's not doing that, knock on wood. Like, he's consistently finishing races. And I mean, this is exactly what I had hoped would happen a couple years ago. Like, when he cleans that up, like, he can grab a gear unlike anybody else, and they're doing it. And I think it does take some time to see guys hit their prime, but I really believe that we're seeing the best Sheldon we've ever seen.
Yeah, and when we were having that, when you were going on that rant, and we were all giggling. I pictured, like, even in a world where Sheldon got consistent, him being like the 4th place guy in points. I did not picture second in points. And then the other key thing I always low key believe is Oshweekend and Weed Sport are very good at showing who the best car is with the World of Outlaws.
Yeah.
So, like, for him to be as fast as he was at Oshweekend and Weed Sport, I think that bodes really well. I think that basically says they have a car basically almost on Gravel's level right now. I mean, they've won 5 out of 12.
Yeah, Ripper's done a good job with it. Like, they've really, I mean, they look so much better with the 18 than they did the 17. And it's really surprising because, I mean, it's the two same guys, but it shows you change engines and you change cars and you find that comfortability that you're looking for. And maybe when you make your changes, it's answering the questions that you're asking it, and you've got something special.
Yeah. And I'd say the guy in the car before him must have been a plug, but he's sitting there counting $100,000 right now.
Yeah, well, and that's really cool that, like, I think very rarely do we see both the driver and the owner split and they both end up winning. And I think they are where they need to be. Sheldon in the 18 is the right move, and Gio in the 77 is the right move. They both kind of found where they need to be.
Yeah. And I think it's what's crazy about racing is you see like a guy and you'll be like, oh, he sucks. And then he'll get in another car and look awesome. And it's like, that happens 45 times a year and we still don't learn.
Yeah. It's so easy to just blame the driver and, oh, yeah, well, he don't know what he's doing. And then he gets comfortable again. And, oh, fuck, this guy's a badass. Where's he been? If a driver's not comfortable, he's not going to be his best.
Like right now, there's probably someone watching Spencer Basin and going, oh, Spencer Basin sucks. Hey, do you remember when he came from like 9th to win Volusia at the start of the year?
Yeah.
He might not suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Spencer Basin win at Peevely. I've seen him, be really good at Knoxville. I've seen him, be good at a lot of places. I think Spencer's a very good driver. It's just, you got to find that comfortability. And not that his crew chief is no good or doesn't want to do it. It's just hard to do. And these tires and whatever we have going on, like it is really hard to get a guy comfortable. I mean, Rico Abreu missed the show on Sunday night at the Weicker. You know what I mean? Like had to use a provisional and then ran 24th.
Steve, the Australian there, the 66. I very rarely gotten to see him race. I'm not sure if I've seen him race live, but he's a guy I thought might run good tonight. Was I out of line there?
I mean, he has been running. He's been running so much better this year and he actually, I think he won the Hocket last year. And I think Krutzman was crew chiefing on his car. I feel like for a little bit. But ever since then, he's come back over this year and he's been really fast. He was really good during PA Speed Week. I think he finished top 5 in points in PA Speed Week. I don't think he has a PA win yet, but he did win a Lernerville local show at one point too.
I think he's rolled up to 3rd already in the heat.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're praying for you, Kevin H7.
Yeah, I was going back to Spencer Basin. I was looking something up real quick. I feel like no one has passed more cars than Spencer Basin this year. He just can't qualify that well.
That's usually the
Carson
first sign
Macedo.
That's usually the first sign that a guy's engines aren't running good. This Macedo to the Ford thing might pay off pretty hard for her. And it reminds me very much of the Mopar days. Do you guys remember the Mopar when it came in, or were you guys tadpoles?
I remember.
The Mopar was like a penalty box. And then the Kinzers got it, and Mother of God, it wins the championship like same year or 1 year later. It was in same deal. Like for the longest time, everyone's talking like the Ford sucks, and now Macedo, it's like turning his season around, kind of, sort of, maybe a little.
Well, and it's Kistler doing it now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing too. Went from Shaver to Kistler. Macedo's handling them.
Yep.
He's on Fords now, racing with like points races and everything.
That's a Ford in it right there.
Yep.
Yep. Ford and a Toyota getting out of the first heat.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Ford and a Toyota to the dash.
Yep.
Is it me, or is Skyler G starting to get together in 16? Is that accurate, Steve?
I mean, he's definitely been better recently. He looks more like he did, towards the end of last year. I feel like where he would have a good run every now and then and maybe be in the top 10, but they're still struggling at the beginning of the night too, which I'm not surprised about.
I just remember, I think he timed in second in Josh Weekend.
Yeah, he did do well there.
Let's see what we got here in the comments. JJ beating Carson so much in Knoxville, and now he won't come on the pod. I think we talked about this a few times.
Before we started racing this year.
Yeah. He just hated complimenting other drivers.
I don't think he likes talking to us. He won't even reply in the group chat anymore.
Oh, I talk to him all the time, like at the races and stuff.
Oh, me too. Yeah, no, he loves talking in person.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Newton says, God bless Australia, mate.
Yeah. Dom, how hard did you party Sunday night?
Did I what?
How hard did you party on Sunday night?
Oh, dude, it was a rager. I was in bed 20 minutes after the feature.
Yeah. He partied so hard he answered text the next day.
Exactly.
Jesus, Schuhart rolling from 9th in this heat, and he got 3 killers already.
Where do you think he gets to?
And Tyler Ross is sneaky good here too. Like he might be able to hold his spot.
This
Where
heat's
do you think
tough.
he gets to?
I think Schuhart runs fifth.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's where I got him.
Yeah,
we all
The 51 I feel like the 51 struggles.
Steve, do you make all of your graphics for social media like today's 360 power rankings? They look great.
I do. I make them all by hand. I draw them all first and then I copy them into now. No, yeah, I use Canva and Photoshop and stuff and all that to make everything.
It looks good. You're definitely a good computer nerd.
When are you
Thanks,
making the
JJ.
change to AI slop?
I have my position on AI is that I don't care that tracks and stuff use it as long as it's freaking accurate. Like you see stuff spelled wrong all the time, or you'll see something that doesn't even look like a sprint car on there, or whatever, a modified whatever they're advertising. And then my other complaint is that they all have the same font. Like tell the AI machine to use a different font because they all look the same and they all blend in and you just scroll right by them.
And then Larry Stuffelbeam says Sweet wasn't comfortable in Silva's car and decides to pull out of the Nationals. Being comfortable is a huge factor. Dom, JJ, I think that can't be emphasized enough. It's probably literally the most important thing.
Is that what happened though?
Yeah, what's actually going on?
He did an interview with Jeremy Elliott where he basically said, and I haven't seen it. Joe Gertie was telling me about it. I asked him yesterday, I think, and he said he's not doing this enough to where he's comfortable on the big tracks anymore. It's basically, he says he feels like you, and I'm paraphrasing. He said he felt like you have to race full time to be comfortable on the big tracks to race at the level I think Silva would expect, or he would expect himself. So here we go.
That's
here comes
crazy because he just won at Knoxville.
Yeah, do you think that he will? What about if I thought that he was going to be like Kyle Larson's replacement driver or something? Would that just be
there was people throwing that out as guests. Jesse James says we need to send Balog 3 gasms. God, I mean, Dom, I think he needs to be sent every color, don't you?
Yes. A red, a white, and a blue one.
Also, Logan Schuhart's in last.
The fan club will cover.
He just passed his old teammate.
On us for Balog.
Yeah, Balog gets free everything all the time from us.
Yep. Free gasms and free maple syrup. Use them how you wish.
He whatever he wants.
Last I checked, gasms usually go for $200.
Yeah. And overwhelmingly, it looks like our next shirt needs to be a Gasm shirt based on feedback from people.
Man, TJ Stutz is very wide.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Always.
It's like the Lance DeWeese line, but he's not quite going.
Yeah.
And then when you pass him, you get Wyndham next.
Yeah.
Whose car owner was also legendarily wide.
Yeah. Figuratively and physically.
Sidebar and Grill should be open in a couple of weeks in turn 3.
Someone said that gravel jumped to start.
Yeah, I didn't see anything atrocious there.
People hate gravel. It's hilarious. Everybody hates gravel. He wins too much. I like him, but it's just all the fans and shit's like everything he does.
I just appreciate greatness. I can hate the person, and if they win like he does, I'm gonna appreciate him.
Friend of the show.
So we were all dead wrong on Schuhart. Couldn't have been more wrong on Schuhart.
Well,
that was just a tough heat. And like you said, Steve.
What's that?
Like you said, Steve. Ross hung in there very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did call that. Who we interviewing? Ross, probably.
Guy said he rolled off by half a car before they took off. They're not calling back half a car. Maybe they would if it was high limit because they're corrupt, right, Steve?
Well, I thought World of Outlaws were corrupt.
Yeah. Get it right, Daryl.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fine with that car on a start. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I didn't think it was that bad.
It didn't look like
it was fine.
Oh, from the emergency room, we get. Have you guys ever gotten anything backlash or anything said or done on the podcast? Yes, we have. Not nearly as much as we expected. Probably a lot of people are afraid of confrontation, so there's probably people that are mad at us and just haven't said anything. I can say this, and I don't even think you guys know this. I accidentally left something in one of our episodes that was 100% supposed to not be in there, and I just pulled down that pod. I don't even think you guys know that, but there was one where I left something in, 100% didn't realize I left it in, and just yanked it out. I just yanked the podcast. You can literally go through and be like, hey, there's a podcast missing if you look at the numbers. Dom, you had a sponsor ask you to remove something. We won't go into details on that. We've had a car owner write us really pissed off.
Oh, so much.
Right, us?
Unnecessarily emailing Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really don't think they had a point. Like
No, we didn't even say anything negative at all.
And a lot of people don't like Dom's handle.
Yeah, well, and truly big fan of that team and car owner. Almost drove that car, but oh well.
They're still available.
They've actually emailed us twice, and one time we didn't even say anything. They were preemptively telling us not to say something. It's like we didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I haven't had anything where anybody said anything. Actually, it's funny. I gave Trey Starks a shout. Like whenever we're talking about news and sprint car racing, and I was like, for the first time since like 2010, Trey Starks did not win for 2 weeks in a row at Skagit. And he texted me and he said, "Thanks for the shout out on the podcast."
That's funny.
I wrote him. He won like the next week, and I was like, I DM'd him. I'm like, thank God you won. I was worried you were never gonna win again.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and now that you won again, we don't need to mention anything.
Yeah. Now we'll wait till 2034.
Hey, not to completely be a downer, but I wanted to say my condolences go to Jason Reed and his family. I forgot about that when we started. I wanted to say something, but Jason Reed was a sprint car racer in Washington and lost his life. I believe it was yesterday in a car accident. So great dude, and my thoughts and prayers go to his family.
100%. Yeah,
I didn't know him.
Racing with Jason Reed.
I didn't know him, but we raced him a lot.
He was like the most helpful kid of all time in the pits.
Yeah, good dude.
Yep, good family too. His family's Cheryl and his dad Ron. I raced with his dad quite a bit out there. Yeah, it's a horribly sad deal for Northwest.
But he wasn't still racing, was he? Like I feel like I raced him a lot. Like
he just raced a Hornet at Skagit like this weekend just for fun, like with some of his buddies or something. But like he was still just going and helping out, and like he would go help Borden and stuff, like, or whoever was at the races every week. He'd be helping somebody.
What did T-Mac send us?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Kyle Moody's car looks like Jerry Travel's car on my tiny little phone.
I feel like T-Mac told us to talk about the front.
Dietrich's going to get in.
Tickets are on sale now for the front row challenge. Don, you're not going to be there on time, are you?
For the front row challenge? No, I'll be there Tuesday.
I've always wanted to do something for it. I know the first time we had the pod, JJ, I think you were on with us. We did like a T-Mac, just like history of the front row challenge kind of thing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I've always wanted to do something live with it or something to do with it, and I've never known the answer. I don't know if you guys know or if T-Mac has an idea, but I'd love to do something to help the race.
Yeah, baby.
I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great race.
I
love it.
Yeah.
Like it's so, as far as like being a driver at that race, there's so many perks and awesome things, and the foot race and it all is just, it's a great deal to go to.
Yeah, it's I go to it almost every year. Sam and I kept always saying we were going to run it, and we kept not running it after we used to run it all the time. I love the race, though. If someone has an idea for how the project can contribute to that race, including you, Terry, I'd gladly do it. Like I feel like we're a party type podcast that should be doing something like that. but I just haven't figured out what the hell to do.
What did Terry say? Did we figure that out?
He just sent us a link to get tickets to the Front Row Challenge.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
The
yes,
hell of a
so
promoter.
buy your tickets to the Front Row Challenge. Yeah.
One time I put out a schedule like that literally had like 600 sprint car races on it, and I accidentally left off the Front Row Challenge, and he DM'd me immediately. He like saw it immediately. He was like, "How could you forget this?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I've told this, but I told this before, but last year we were 100% planning to run the Front Row Challenge, and Sam and I bailed like that morning. And I'm talking to Terry at the cap. What was it on the prelim night? Because it was his. I thought it was going to be his last nationals because he announced he was retiring or something like that. And I sat down with him, and he just did the best guilting job ever on me. Like, it started to like being this conversation about, hey, I want to hang out with Terry McCarroll during his last nationals, and then he just did a beautiful job just turning it into completely guilting me for not racing there with Sam that night. Well, there was $500 bonus for the top ASCS guy. Someone could have got that. I'm just like, I'm the worst person in the world right now.
That's awesome. He's
Oh,
good at
That's
that.
got the dash.
Yes, he did. I'll never complain about Lance Deweese in a dash ever.
Dude, and Williamson just picking up where he left off. He's winning.
100%. 100%.
He might win tonight.
Friend of the podcast that people might not know is friend of the podcast is rolling off fourth here, Dylan Norris. When we run ASCS, we would stay at Dylan Norris's shop. And not only just us, JJ. I actually brought JJ to the shop as well. There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
From when we stayed at his shop. To
And
ASCS
then-
National Tour points leader, it says.
Yeah, and then he's actually used to run a TDP sticker on the car. I've got just like Master Gassers with Ricky P. We've got to get him another TDP sticker.
Yo, Ricky
that makes-
Peterson, outlaw top 10 at Weed Sport on Sunday with that nose wing. So shout
Hell
out
yeah.
to
Woo, woo.
him.
Honestly, he's got that vanilla bean car running pretty darn good.
Golden
dude.
flavor sesame sticks.
And then Larry Stufflebeam said do a live pod from the infield party. Well, that's the problem is Carson's working it. I bet JJ's racing it, and Dom's not in town yet. So it's like I can't get the people to do a live pod, or I would do one. I would do a pre-race live pod to not hurt his crap.
You should just come to the pits and go live with the drivers during the night.
That might be something to do.
You can come live to my pit area as much as you want, but
Dylan Norris just won at Sharon last over the weekend.
Yes, yeah.
First win.
So I'm gonna go through some of the questions. Skeet Underwood says Steve will be happy to know that one of the Sprint Car live shows didn't even bother to remove the Gemini logo off the bottom right of the AI show intro graphic. I was pretty damn happy with the AI I executed with Steve Kinzer and Rick Ferkland. I feel like a lot of people didn't even notice what I did there.
No.
I feel like when you use AI, like the view count like goes
Yeah.
down. Like I feel like it doesn't. Like,
Oh, it does. 100% it does.
Yeah.
Morrow 2M, I'm sure JJ knows who this is.
I
Wants to
don't.
know if there was any butt plug backlash. We have received absolutely no butt plug backlash, but I don't know what you're talking about. We don't
Nope.
have anything to do with butt plugs.
No,
What
we
was
sell
that?
gallons.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
we
we sell-
back. Is this corruption, Daryl?
Here we go. We might have corruption here.
What happened?
This might be one.
You
I-
guys,
I'd like to see
Well, they're
another-
putting another posse car on the front row, so we can't call it corruption yet.
I was reading the questions, so I didn't get to see the takeoff.
They
Dominic
called the
gone?
71 back.
I think
There's a hell of
Dom
1W, though.
will be
Buddy
back on. I
Schreiber's
think he's
really good.
having technical issues here.
I'm a Buddy Schreiben's fan. He is
Me
good.
too.
I don't even know
Someone
what the
said
guy is.
someone
71
said
is-
they thought the episode I deleted was around 49. Nope, you're dead wrong. It was about 20 after that. There goes Dylan Norris. Can he get to the dash?
This is a dogfight.
shots around the top.
Donnie just rallying.
Donnie looking a little sporty.
Yeah, he is.
I'm still looking for that 1A to like rip. Like I feel like a hard charger is coming from the 1A. Like they're gonna get it.
Where
They
is
gotta
he?
get it together.
And he's
Right
stuck.
now, he's outside looking in right now, but
So far,
he
he's
could
kind
get
of
there.
almost better in the 75.
Well, yeah, he did win here in the 1A a couple weeks ago, I feel like.
Oh, did he?
He did what Torgerson did. Just showed up, won in the 1A, and like Torgerson did last year.
That's crazy. Isn't it?
Someone heard that they was an exclusive foot race for only hosts of the TDP podcast. JJ would win that, and
Dominic's probably
I feel like we'd have a much more competitive eating competition than we would have foot
Oh
race.
boy, that would be game.
And
one.
for the record, we meant to post this a while ago. I won a spaghetti eating competition. I believe we've talked about that on here on the pod. So Sam's crew guy wanted to know how fast I could eat a hot dog at Knoxville, and I figured I'd rip through one, but it turns out they've got a lot more girth than I was
Those are
expecting.
big. Those are big
Yeah.
hot
Yeah,
dogs.
they're big boys.
They're the real deal.
So we did one, and I believe I was 46 seconds. I want to say 46 to 49 seconds.
Dude, Joey
Everyone
Chuck
was
so disappointed.
everyone was trashing me. So then Sam's crew guy did it next, and I beat him by about 5 or 6 seconds. Both of those hot dog eating sessions were done on video. So I'm challenging any fan at Knoxville to try and beat. I want to say it was 46 seconds, but I'll verify it. If you do it on video, we'll give you nothing.
I'll give you a tear off at the end of the night if you come collect it in my trailer.
We got a bunch of comments here.
You should get us into a Drivers Project eating competition at the end of the year, Daryl. Just go tear up the Chinese buffet or something.
I feel like we do good. Like Jay can munch, I can munch. I don't know if you guys know Dom can munch. But also underrated is Sam can knock it back pretty good too. Like it'd be a pretty good 4-way eating competition. Skeet Underwood says, "See, what did I tell you? Gravel got away with it. I'm gonna have to defer to you guys. Like I say, I was asking questions. Steve, do you really want to get both series against you now for your massive corruption thing, or what are we doing there?" People are agreeing with Skeet, so I'm going to assume that start was terrible. And
Well, what happened at Port Royal? Didn't they penalize Dietz and Macri during the Weikert? So that there was the high limit
Grew
corruption.
Oh, dude, Buddy Schweibens is young. He's going to be awesome.
you can't have a name like Buddy and be 37.
He was running 305s forever in like that Moss 305 Mid Atlantic series. He used to win literally every week. I just think that he finally got an opportunity to run a 410 and then ran well against the Outlaws at New Egypt last year. And like I think that put more people onto him.
He looks the part. He looks like he's going to be solid.
Dom's internet went down. He'll be back when he can be. Someone suggested a Gasm hot dog eating contest. I'd do that in a heartbeat. Someone also said a chicken bites eating competition. I like that. I like that a lot. You're not a chicken bites guy,
I
JJ?
want to eat something good, dude. Like,
Oh, dude, that's my go-to in Knoxville.
the hot dog is the best thing they have. The chicken bites they were probably good 3 or 4 years ago or something. I don't know. I don't like them. They used to do like specials, like they'd have gyros and stuff like that, like random stuff there, like, you know, but all my guys, they love the taco salad. They think the taco salad's like prime time. So I don't know. I'm not a huge, the chicken bites to me are just not, I love them.
Devo Transport, you know who that is, JJ. That's Donovan Ross from Washington. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen and Daryl. I'd just like to say good evening, Missy, back."
Missy and the dogs.
Yeah. And hi, Devo. Are you coming to Nationals, Devo?
Yeah, get on.
Ember Eden, if I'm reading that right, likes your puppy, JJ.
Oh yeah, it's a good dog right here. I have a black eye because of this dog.
Was that the one in the fight today? Was that the one that got in a scrap today?
Yeah, that was yesterday. He's got a big old scab on the side of his eye and stuff. Yeah.
Did you figure out who he scrapped with?
Oh, it's probably a mole or shrew or something. Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
He rips snakes
Uh,
off. He's pretty awesome farm dog.
Brad Reynolds says Sam can't win a eating contest and ramble for 25 minutes at the same time. What I think is hilarious about that, and JJ, I think you'll agree, when you're talking to Sam in person, he doesn't ramble. You get him
No,
on
he
here.
goes full podcast mode.
Yeah, you get him on here, and it's like a podcast mode. That is
Turns
not.
into NPR radio on here.
Yeah, your normal conversation with Sam, he doesn't talk like that.
He talks back and forth in person.
It's kind of his like podcast personality, I guess. Master Gasser, infield food power rankings. When are you gonna do?
Hell yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. We need input from JJ and everyone else. So we should have like a poll.
In the top 5.
Well, this is when we first did the podcast. This is the number one thing JJ and Dom wanted to talk about on the first, and we did talk about it on the first podcast, was they wanted to shout out, and they did, areas of the country they love to eat at. Like, that was one of the things Dom and JJ were like really big on. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, JJ, you liked a Chipotle Hawaiian type place.
Right by Atomic Way, Moe's. Me and Andy Potter would always go to Moe's every time. Like, you'd see every racer in line there, and like, just that place was always good. That's super funny though. We were always. I love the infield food places, or like, you know, what they have in the pit area, like Weed Sport, man. Weed Sport has grilled chicken Caesar wraps in their food area.
My favorite place of all time to eat, Dom showed me, and I believe Jimmy Carr showed him. JJ, have you ever gone to Nona Luisa when you've been in Skagit?
In Skagit?
It's about, I'd say, about 25 minutes out of town from Skagit.
What's it called?
Incredible. Nona Luisa, I believe. Dom and I go there every year now.
Is that Italian?
Yeah. But like very Italian. It's not like it's not Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's way better than that Olive Garden that you try to force me to eat.
Another place, Ross Weiss suggested to me in the off season was Garlic in New Smyrna. That was incredible too. We went and ate there last year, and we've decided our team is going to eat there every single year. That's just going to be a team thing now. We were all blown away by Garlic. Steve, Steve, when we went to Arizona, Jackson and my crew guy, we went and had some incredible Mexican at this hole in the wall in Arizona. When people go up there, where should we be eating?
I mean, honestly, like, this might be a hot take, but I don't think we have that great of Mexican food out here.
Where are you from?
We were in a hole in the wall, and it was very traditional, like Mexican food. It wasn't like your...
Yeah, well, there are definitely spots like that, like all over the valley, around Phoenix that you'll find. Like, there's this one, like, I think it's called like Tequera Ogeron or something like that I really like. That's in like central Phoenix. Everyone always just goes to Scottsdale because like that's like the big party and drinking area, and then that's where most of the really good restaurants is. There's like a lot of good steakhouses in Scottsdale and a ton of bars and restaurants over there.
And then JJ, you're like a big fair food guy. Where's probably the best place for that?
Racing the ASCS tour. How's the best
Dubuque?
We just went to fair, basically. It was so awesome.
I remember Dubuque's being good, and I remember running IRA. Does it sound right if I said Wilmot had a fair while we were there? We went somewhere with IRA where they had a great fair.
Yeah, Wilmot has a fair.
The Wisconsin food's
I mean, I feel like they all those Wisconsin tracks feel like have a fair. Like Plymouth has a fair, right? Yeah.
Wisconsin's like top quality, like cheeseburgers and like grilled cheese sandwich burgers, like grilled cheeseburgers and stuff. Like top quality Wisconsin stuff is. Knoxville has a smash burger place now. Thank God. I think we got asked about food in Knoxville on the last live show though. I was going off.
Tulare has the best popcorn.
Dude, Tulare
We
has some
went-
Mexican restaurants or like taco trucks you can drive to from the
Oh
fairgrounds.
yeah.
Phenomenal.
Someone said Mr. C's in Knoxville and the barbecue joint in Knoxville. I went to the Smash Burger place last year. It's actually been there for a full year now. Mr.
Yep.
C's, is that Mr. D's now,
Yeah.
JJ, or what's the current name?
Exactly, Mr. D's, I think, or yep.
And then Rib Shack is fantastic.
That's so pretty unbeatable.
For what it is, it's perfect.
Yep, it's great.
Yeah. I've never understood why Knoxville restaurants don't stay open later on Saturday nights. That blows my mind. It's like they don't realize a pile of people come to their town. My dad and I are constantly looking for places to eat, and it's like McDonald's or Casey's.
Yeah.
And then the McDonald's can't figure out why they're overrun that night.
Now you got Quick Start, Daryl. Saves the day.
Don't even know about it. Tell me about it.
Just like a Casey's on steroids, like their hot case, like where they have all the food is always they've always got like breakfast sandwiches, chicken strips, like just all the stuff you'd want, but it's stocked and it's 24-hour.
Obviously, there's a bunch of places for nationals. What's the Hawaiian place everyone loves?
Oh,
Love it.
so good. I think it's called Hawaiian Grill or something like that.
Yeah, Hawaiian Grill, and then across the street by Dingus, what's that one?
Yeah, 4-8, like the Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Yeah, Cattleman's, where my dad went.
Ribeye
one-
steak sandwiches are the best part of nationals,
Yeah,
dude. I get one
that's-
every single day.
That's the house that Pete Turford built after he one-punched a guy there.
Yep, Pete Turford one-punched a guy, and we aren't cutting it. It's live, baby.
No, I think we've told him before. I think we've told the
He always
story.
gets all embarrassed, though, so. We got some hand wraps this week. if you
Morrow
want.
says the Italian place is open until 2 a.m. now. JJ, this is going to shock the shit out of you. I have never eaten at the Italian place at Knoxville by Dingus. I've never eaten there.
I mean, it's basically a pizza place from what I've seen, but I've never gone in and sat down and eaten, but I've definitely had like a bunch of buddies. Like the last time I was there, my buddy Jai Corbett ordered a pizza, and then we ate the pizza and watched some dudes brawl at the Dingus while we were eating the pizza. It was good.
Hell yeah.
So
far,
this is what we do.
so far we have Gravel drew the 2, Williamson drew the 3, and Carson Aceto drew the 6.
Williamson's winning tonight. You know, one thing I will say that just is like while we have a downtime, his interview game has gotten so much better. Like Garrett and
Oh
his
my god.
like the way he clicks off all his sponsors and sounds fluent and everything. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he sounds so professional now. Like,
Yeah.
in the last
And
6
he
months,
was
it's like,
he was not smooth back in the day. He's not comfortable, I'd say. Wouldn't you say that's fair to say, JJ?
yeah, like you can just tell now. He's like, you can tell, like, and I don't mean this as a slight at all, like, but you can tell that he's A, practicing, and B, running up front all the time. So he's much more comfortable. He's getting his reps in, getting to talk to people, you know, but you can tell he's got everybody memorized right.
That's a nasty front row for tonight. Sheldon and Gravel. Sheldon just drew the 1.
Not looking good for
I'm
the
taking
posse.
Garrett plus 900. Put my money on.
Thoughts on the World Racing Group partnership with StubHub? Could this be the beginning of a World Racing Group winter event in a stadium or dome? Otherwise, why StubHub? I think StubHub's the devil. You guys, I don't know what you want to add to that. I think they're.
I'm indifferent about it. I mean, they came out and said it's not going to be like the preferred method of buying tickets. Like you can still buy tickets direct. So like, I don't think it's going to impact ticket prices, but I really don't see much of a point outside of that. I guess it's just for people who use StubHub, maybe it shows up and people can see it. But I mean, I don't know if that's the right route.
I hate StubHub. I hate Ticketmaster, like Skeet says. I think I'm a guy that grew up listening to punk music and going to concerts for like $10 to see like my favorite band. So to watch ticket prices now for stuff, I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm the guy that will gladly get a nosebleed to watch like LeBron play in like Game 7 of something for like $200 to $500, $4,000 now. You can fuck off. I can't stand where tickets are right now in I just have nothing good to say about StubHub, Ticketmaster, or anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. I like go to the stadium and buy them off of the scalpers outside the stadium. That's
Yeah.
living. If you're gonna go to the event, you got to negotiate with this guy and everything. It's great.
You know you've made it when the scalper gives you his scalper business card. JJ, you saw Pete and Daryl do an excellent job with scalpers at Indy.
Yep, that was awesome. I think we sat at the 50-yard line up enough to where we could see quite a bit for like $50 or $75 a piece or something.
Yeah, face value like
It was good living, Daryl.
400. Yeah. Chase Dietz drew the 5. I think that front row and the third place guy make a posse win pretty hard tonight for him.
So what's the next race on the docket here?
It's going to be the B or the dash one. Probably the B, I would
It'll be
say.
the dash. This is a long break.
Yeah.
Oh, he needed the 4.
The 4, JJ, the 4 is like a badass spot to start, wouldn't you say? Like,
Yeah. 4 is so much better than 3, it's hard to even describe on like 90% of situations.
Could you explain why?
I just feel like 3 is such a tough spot. Like, unless the pole sitter goes to just tries to slide all the way up across and leaves you a lane, then like you're just trapped. You're in a bad spot in the 3 hole. I feel like, the 4th place guy can either come down across and take your air, and then you're sitting 5th or 6th. And it's just, to me, it's just kind of a sucker hole. It's always felt like a sucker hole in sprint car racing.
And Lance just drew my least favorite spot to draw on a dash, which is 7th. Can't stand drawing a 7 and 8 card
So
dash.
71 will get the 4. All right. So it was a little split, a posse outlaw split in the dash. Or no, I guess there's 5 outlaws, 3 posse.
And JJ, is there anything more glorious than being the only guy that doesn't get to pick in the dash and you get left the 1? Is there anything better than that?
I don't even know, dude. There's certain nights where you're getting ready to draw and you know exactly what you have, and you're like, a 6 would be good for where we're at right now. But yeah, it's hilarious when you're like, you feel like you backdoored in, or what's crazy to me is like, say like this happened to me at Eagle last year. I wasn't the fastest car in my heat and I didn't win from the front row, but the fastest car in the heat race like spun out or crashed out or something. So then I got in as like the back door, next fastest car in the heat that transferred through, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then I drew the front row of the dash or the 4 or something, and it was just fun. Like, I don't even feel like I belong out here. I'll take it,
You ran 3rd. You weren't bad.
Yeah, it was still like I brought out my own yellow, crashed some poor 14-year-old kid, and spun out in front of him, and then the yellow came out and I kept going, like, but I didn't actually spin out. I was just in yaw.
Yeah. So we got for the dash, we got Hodenshield, Gravel, Williamson, Rumsey, Dietz, Carson Macedo, Lance DeWeese, and Buddy Kofoid.
Carson's gonna get a row.
Do you guys like how High Limit brings the dash cars out onto the front stretch now?
Yep.
Do you care?
I always like cars on the front stretch before.
Anytime you can put your car with all those names on it in front of the people, it's good. And here's a talking shit for you, just impromptu. Knoxville doesn't do a podium, dude. It's insane. Every other track, like the top 3, everywhere you go, every series, local track, almost everything you do, there's like the top 3 at least. Like, you don't got to put all our cars on the front straightaway, but why not just do, and like I get it, Knoxville, they've got their specialized victory lane, but there's still 3 box spots and everything. It's like,
I
feel like
they
it's
do that at the major events, though, don't they? Like prelim nights for everything, they will.
The 360 Nationals and the Knoxville Nationals, and maybe the Cappy, I guess, but not like we just
not
ran
regular.
second. We just ran second for $15,000. And it was like, good job. Ryan Thames will be up there doing his interview. Leave your car at scales. Go, you're done. And it's like, which is fine. I didn't want to sit up there and smile about like how happy I was to get my ass whooped, But like in general, I think that's one thing where Knoxville's lacking. And I just, based off of my answer for your question, if I think it's good to have the cars on the front straightaway, like it's good to represent your partners every single time you can. And like, there's certain guys that get to win these races and have their cars on the front straightaway all the time. But I feel like just, some dude that sneaks into the dash and takes a picture of his car lined up next to all those elite cars, like sends that to the right guy. And the guy's like, oh, you're doing the right stuff. We might have to double what we're giving you next year. Like I live on,
and I don't
like, small sponsorship. So if you can double one, that's huge just from getting to see that out there.
Yeah, like the picture of your car around Badass Cars is always like underrated. Like
it's so cool.
At the Outlaw show, there's a photo of Westbrook going down the backstretch, and it's like Gravel's leading, Westbrook's battling with shots for the transfer, and like the rest of the field is all like really good cars. And like I said that to Dylan, and like that's a photo Dylan's gonna keep for his like the rest of his life. Like going at it with like the two best outlaws of his time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just going through stuff. Drivers Project sponsored belly flop contest in the kiddie pool of a Jello. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I like it. I like it.
You're not wrong. I tell you what's popped in my head. You can't not do the foot race, right? Like the foot race is badass. But on that podcast where we talked with Terry, I think JJ, you've got the way they should line up 9 through 16 for that race, and I would sponsor that. Rock, scissor, paper tournament for 9th through 18th. I would sponsor that as the Drivers Project. I know you have my back on that.
Here in America, it's definitely rock, paper, scissors. But yes, I like the game.
Thank you, JJ.
Yeah, and then I think my other idea of like you get the high point guy has to start in a certain spot, however many invert you're going to do, and then that guy gets to choose who starts next, and then like let the drivers do like a thing, and then like the guy that doesn't get picked will be like, screw these guys. They think I'm last pick. I'm going to dog dick the field here, and it's like,
yeah, well,
that would be badass.
They call that a revenge draw, and they used to do that at Short Track Nationals.
I love it.
And if people remember in 2010, at the Short Track Nationals, I don't expect anyone to remember this other than
nobody
me.
Does.
We got the one, and we gave it to Greg Wilson. And Sammy gave us the 6. And if you know the story of that race, like on the last lap, or with 2 to go, Sam got into Greg Wilson for the win. And just like on top of everything else, we gave him the one for the feature. Like just the worst setup ever. We gave him the one for the feature, and then he completely dominated the feature.
Yeah,
that's the thing though. Like that's the thing though. Like who you putting on the front row of the front row challenge? It's going to be a killer.
And nobody sucks, dude. Like that's what these.
That's what I mean.
As Daryl likes to say, what I think a lot of people don't understand is the guy that you're going to put as 12th on the depth chart on any given night. If you give him some clean air and a little bit of fortune, he's going to win the race. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. Dom just texted me back, so he might have just gotten internet. Someone said, didn't they used to have everyone on the front stretch for the driver intros Saturday, and when did they stop doing it? Our car's been in 2 or 3 Knoxville Nationals. I don't ever remember us parked on the front stretch, so it's going to be before my time if they did that. And my time would be 09 was the earliest one I was in.
The ASCS used to have every driver stand out there and like introduce themselves.
Still do that.
They did it at the big one, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
it. I remember when
Jason
I was like, where's he from?
Yeah, and I believe the previous night's winner gets to hold the flag, I believe is how they do it.
Exactly.
I always liked that. I always thought that was cool.
Very cool.
And that's when Scott Boguski started calling me the Dazzler.
The Dazzler,
because
I love it.
He was at I-30 and he was walking back from I was looking at the track in turn 1 while you guys were all lined up on the front stretch, and he came walking back and he's like, "You just look dazzling right now." And ever since then, I couldn't argue with him. I mean, me with the sunshine behind me in turn 1 at I-30, that doesn't get much better.
You look almost as dazzling in the insane asylum you're in right now, dude.
Yeah, the garage. Here, I'll give people a little view.
It looks like you're in
I'll try not to knock shit over, but like, I'm in our garage, but like, there's our rig and stuff.
Oh, I know where you're at. You're in Joe's garage?
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting ready. We were going to Eldora, and now we're going to Knoxville because...
How's Joe's wrist?
Getting better and better. I think he is 6 weeks away from being able to let it rip, basically. But I could be butchering that.
6 weeks. That doesn't work out very good for the racing schedule right now.
No, it really hurts us because he was going to help Sam at the 410 Nationals. Like Sam and Joe really get along really, really well, but they haven't really gotten to race together much. And he was going to help Sam at the 410 Nationals, but now the way his physio lines up, he can't go. So any help he's going to give is over the phone. But having him, I mean, you've worked with him, JJ. He's the best person I've ever seen at like reading what a car's doing, like being able to interpret what the driver's doing, why the car's doing what it's doing, because he knows what the driver's doing. He's the best person I've worked with for that. I mean, did you get that impression when you raced with us?
Definitely has a pretty good pulse of, you just basically talk to him a little bit. And it's like he already knows what you're going to say and just makes it better.
Yeah, I actually asked him if he wanted to do the live pod because we had terrible internet. If you remember, I tried to do a pod from here once and we had to call it off. But now he's got Starlink here in the house. So I asked him if he wanted to do it, but he watched the last live pod we did. And he said when Dom started eating, and then he said when Dom started, no, he said when Dom started eating food, he was out. He was done with our live podcast when he had to watch Dom eat. But my goal is to get Joe to do one of these, and he's open to coming on the show. So now that he's got Starlink, we're definitely going to do an interview with him.
That would be fun.
But
the more Dom gets us more viewers and loses us more viewers.
Yeah, people are like, do you guys get any like blowback from it? It's like we got a lot of blowback from when everyone had to see Dom's ass on the first live one we ever did.
Yeah, the very first one.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Kid's got moxie.
Going through questions here. Pomp and circumstance is good, but also time consuming. That's a good mix. I feel like when you're going to the front row challenge, you're accepting that you're not just there for a race, you're there for party too. Sammy drove through the infield that year too. Yes, in that short track nationals I was referring to, Sammy became perturbed with Brandon Wimmer and actually drove into the pits to try to spin out Wimmer while they were like under yellow. He chased him into the pits and spun himself out trying to spin Wimmer out. That was kind of crazy. I remember TK sitting in the 7S car rocking out to music while everyone was strapping in on the front stretch on a Saturday night in Maine. Wasn't too long ago. That would have been fairly recently. I just don't remember it. It's really shocking that TK was sitting on a car and rocking out, though. That's the least surprising thing I've ever read in my life. What do you guys think of Rumsey? Seems legit. I think we did Lincoln.
Sheldon just crashed. I might be ahead of you guys.
You are ahead of us. Sheldon's leading in my world.
Yeah, he's leading in my world, too.
Oh, my. Same exact Bill
I'm
Baylog.
waiting for it.
It was literally the Bill Baylog crash. Without a
It
guy.
was.
Yeah. I can just hear Dom yelling, "Stop crashing!"
That just gave Chase Dietz new life. Chase Dietz has a lot of life now. Because he was in third right there, wasn't
but
he?
Dude, him
Third or
from
fourth,
front
yeah.
row, he's going to be tough.
Beasley Racing asked, what do we think of Rumsey? I think we did a Lincoln race and basically sang Rumsey's praises. He's an iRacing kid. Looks like someone on the car knows what the hell they're doing. He's in a different car now, you're saying, Steve. He's obviously good. I mean, every time I'm watching, he's up front.
Yeah, he's up front
rarely
with
ever see him.
hard every time, too. Like,
Yeah.
it's
From
impressive.
what I understand, like he really needed someone to come along and help them out because he was just running like a family operation, like pretty low budget deal. So like when that happened with the Pat Brewer coming over, like that was like really good for Rumsey.
Yeah, because Hartlaub,
Jay-
that guy's pretty smart because Hartlaub was pretty fast in that thing.
Yeah.
Jarrett says front stretch driver intros suck. I love them, but I don't expect the world to love them. I think they're great. I love them at big races. I always think they make big races feel better. TDP limbo contest for starting position. Someone's gonna get hurt.
No.
Yep, someone's gonna get hurt. Yeah, it's a bunch of people just reacting to Sheldon wrecking there, like 6 or 7 people just commenting on
We
it.
jinxed the hell out of Sheldon though.
Yeah,
We've been gassing him up all this whole
I feel
time.
terrible.
I don't think we have that power.
I bet you he'll still run top 5 in the A-Main tonight.
Yeah, like they're gonna get that fixed.
That bad boy. That's
Yeah.
Ripper and the boys change front ends in their sleep.
Heck, they might give him a 12 minute, 2-minute work area time here, and he might be
Yeah, a little dash work area time.
I don't even think there is work area time in the dash.
I finally feel like people are starting to get with me now, and we're building some momentum on the work area.
Yeah, you should build a
flat tire or nothing.
You should build a
feel
shirt
like-
that just has like work area with like a circle and the cross through it.
I'd rather just say fuck the work area.
But you could make $12 doing it.
You're right. From all our fans. Yeah, just can't stand the work area. I thought that Macedo episode at Eldora, if I could have done a talk shit, I'd have ripped that up. You're never, ever, ever allowed to give us safety rules if you let cars go out without a Jacob's ladder, with shit still fucked up on the left rear. Don't ever tell me about safety. Don't ever give me a speech on safety when you're letting destroyed race cars go back on the racetrack. You're allowed to let destroyed race cars go back on the racetrack, but don't give me a speech on safety. Don't give me a speech on safety. Don't tell me what is safe, what isn't. You don't get to tell me about safety until you make drivers use rock screens. Like, fuck off. That's pretty much how I feel there.
That's always the part I say too. Is like, if without a rock screen, you don't care about it.
Yeah, you have nothing behind your words if we're not running rock screens. You don't get, like, right now, Knoxville cannot stand how we run our right rear bead locks, and I could give 2 fucks. Like,
The way
You
I
guys are
like
big.
how you guys do it.
they're afraid that the way we do it, we might flatten other people's tires.
Good.
Fuck off. Like, don't get that close to us then. But yeah, if you're not mandating rock screens, I have no time for anything you have to tell me about safety. You can just kindly fuck off. And I try not to swear on these live ones, but I feel like that's
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it's
swear-
doing it
I'm
very
gonna
good.
swear
You're
about
either
it.
not trying very hard or you're not executing.
No, it's trying to get across that it's a non-starter with me, and that if any of these people would like to tell me that I'm wrong, they can kindly fuck off. So that's how I feel about that. Back to green
Barely
here.
struggling to take off.
Kofoid started 8th in this dash, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he started 8th.
Yeah, he might be fast.
Is Rumsey not out there?
I don't think so, and this is where not having sound is killing us.
Yeah, what happened with Rumsey?
I'm also, by the way, going on my rant. There's people ranting about the work area at the King's Royal, and people are saying, "Oh, you can't just make it a fuel stop because we can't monitor all the teams." Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
In the 2009 Kings Royal, we had a fuel stop 4 to go. There was only fuel. There was no issues. No one had a problem. You can 100% just make it fuel only. I don't want to listen to anyone tell me that you can't do that.
Especially at Eldora, like there's enough officials or people that can oversee, or even if one guy is overseeing 2 cars, like it's not that difficult to stand in between 2 cars or something and kind of keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah,
Good.
I'd prefer not to see obviously you don't want to see a red, but I get that they happen. But yeah, there's no reason why it can't just be a fuel stop. Oh, I hate it.
Any sprint car race should have a stop in it. Like if we can make it 33 laps, then let's go 33 laps. Get rid of the 4 wide salute. Let's go 35 or whatever. But like, I hate that. And then if there is a yellow or a red in the beginning of the race that you think that would make it better to you know, if the race stops itself, then you want to fuel us up, then that's fine. But having a mandatory stop of the race, of the flow of the race, is like anti-sprint car racing.
Yeah, my only issue that I give anyone time of day for on is I don't think we should have fuel stops. But I also remember my first day at Keith Kunz Racing when they explained to me how much a Silver Crown fuel cell is and how much it costs, which in 2014 was $6,000.
They're like
Yep.
8,000.
We're not obviously gonna have a Silver Crown fuel cell, but like I feel like if you tell us we cannot have fuel stop, I feel like we're going to, what would you go to, JJ? I feel like we're going 33 to 36 gallon tanks, wouldn't you say? And then I think we're getting into another stupid cost. So I don't have a good answer.
Make the race shorter?
I
Make
thought
the
the
race
white
short.
card could have been 35 laps.
Sprint car race, dude. It's not supposed to be a marathon. Like,
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I say, I don't like reds. I don't want reds. And I'm a guy that wants the Knoxville Nationals to be 30 laps. I think it's stupid at 50, to be blunt. I don't know, how many laps do you guys want the Nationals to be?
as many as our fuel tanks can go. Whatever a standard fuel cell now is, 33 gallon. You know, we run a 28 gallon because our races are 25 laps. But if it was like that's what it's going to be, we would have a 33 gallon tank, and whatever we deem that it can go. If it's 30 laps, then go 30 laps, or you know, whatever they think that we can go. And then, like I said, like keep track of laps. And if there's 1 or 2 yellows, then just have. Then I don't mind the red. If there's already a yellow or a stop, I hate throwing the yellow while the race is rolling. Like the flow of the race should never get
Yes.
stopped.
No, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I can't stand the plan red by a mile. Yeah. And there's totally a fan.
Lose or win because they run out of fuel on the last lap either. You know, like I get it. That's shitty as well.
Yeah, running out of fuel would suck at Knoxville.
Yeah.
But no, I think the best answer is make us go 33 gallon tanks and 30 lap races, and not even make us go to tanks. You choose whatever the hell tank you want in our race. Like I don't know when the Outlaws started doing this, but they have like an obsession with they all of a sudden every race had to be 35 laps. I don't know when that started, but
I like it. The longer the better that we can do with the fuel.
But that's the thing. What are we getting with fuel stops? So I just like the 30 lap race. I just think it's the perfect sprint car distance. You get time to make
40. Like I feel like Chico and places like that, a 40 lap A-main scat.
100%. We'll ring 40 laps.
3/8
And then
is
30.
smaller than a 3/8 track. I think 40 lap A-mains, and then bigger than a 3/8, probably 30 to 35 is totally fine.
Yeah.
Like at Knoxville, they moved up our laps this year, and it's noticeable in the 410 class going 25 instead of 20s. Like you got more time to work for sure.
Skeet asks JJ, what's the most he thinks a 33 gallon tank could do green to checkered? Like 35 laps? It's way more than that, I think, JJ.
Oh, you could go 40. You could probably go. I mean, I don't know.
On green to checkered? Yeah, you could.
I bet
do a lot
you use
more.
like 0.7 to 0.8 gallon a lap, I would say roughly. And like the air's so goddamn bad right now, like, you know, that the air is so full of water that there's just, you're not getting that good. You're getting really good fuel mileage anyways.
Yeah. I think you could go more laps than people realize. It's
It's
yellows
that we
and
roll
the-
out on the track. Like, so you roll out on the track for a 40 lap A-main, and they're pushing all the cars off. So now you've rolled around for 5 laps. Now we're all getting lined up. That's another 2 laps. Then we do the 4 wide salute, which is another 2 laps of, you know, getting lined up doing it. And at the end of all that, like you get done with the 4 wide salute, and invariably now the smoke's on the track. You can't see. So it's like you got an extra couple of laps, and now you don't quite have enough to make it, you know.
Okay, here we go. Last chance showdown. Who's getting their heart broken?
I do love that they're double boxing with these guys just welding on Sheldon's car. It's awesome. I've never seen it like that.
Someone said Rumsey had an ignition box issue.
I've seen a couple things. Someone here said he had an adjustable shock, but I didn't want to say that.
I don't think that's true, or it could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I saw that it was an ignition box problem.
Chase Dietz
Look
had
at
one
this.
go out in the heat race too, or in the.
That's an LT. That's an LTDP 1-2 right now.
A TDP. Oh, yep.
And hard charger Cameron Smith.
Yeah, hard charger. You already called that, huh?
This is what I called. This is what I'm calling. At some point, they're going to get it together and rip tonight.
Well, he's closing
Morris-
on both
Morris
these
is getting
17.
all he wants.
Dylan's pretty good here.
I think he races every opportunity he gets here.
Oh,
And like you said, he just won.
he's got Balog. He's got Balog chasing. Yep, he got him. That was good. That was a good
Yeah.
move.
Here comes one. 1A.
1A just needed the track to slow down.
Yeah, seriously.
They're so good when it gets slow. It's
Are you
incredible.
guys surprised the 69K is in here?
Look at the 1A blowing around Baylog. Holy crap.
I don't know. I don't know Christopher Bell's schedule, but I'm surprised they're not there with somebody.
Yeah, because
They wore that thing out though. Like he crashed that thing really hard at Port Royal. I don't know what their depth chart's like.
They went 24th to 5th on the last night, though, didn't they?
Yeah, you're talking about that weekly show a couple weeks ago, right? When he ran
yeah.
back out of
No,
the
Yeah. So that kind of screwed them up. That screwed them up. They had to go to a second car, so they were like having to do belts.
Did they say that what happened there? That was a bizarre looking deal there. Like did
It was
something
weird.
Really,
It was weird. It looked like dirty
Regular.
air.
Yeah.
do we have
Like
Schuhart
extreme
making a charge sheet? Do we have Schuhart making a pretty big charge sheet? Yep.
No, I'd really like to see Sisney do good in that Bill Rose car just to get his career there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be tonight.
It's not Freddie's night either.
Oh, yellow. The whole dynamic changes.
I feel like Moody always does a good job. Like I feel like
Who?
Kyle Moody always does a good job. Who do we got spun out here?
Freddie.
Freddie.
I feel like if Freddie's not running
Freddie.
up the front, he's in the chaos.
I think Freddie tore up a car last weekend too. And that's why he wasn't at the Weikert.
Okay, let's go through some comments here.
Dom's
You
never.
can go 50 laps at a quarter mile, no problem. I agree with that all day long.
That's fine. Usually after about
Yeah.
30 to 40, it takes rubber.
Yeah. He says Nick the Nationals 35 or 40 laps. I'm still a 30 guy. I'll always be a 30 guy. Get rid of the 4 wide. Get rid of the 4 wide. I'm not a big 4 wide guy, but I strongly disagree.
Don't get rid of the 4 wide. I'd rather cut race laps than get rid of the 4 wide. for
Yeah,
road
I-
races.
I'm not a 4 wide guy, but man, those guys are like going to so many of these places one time. It's a fan's only chance to see the 4 wide, so I would never cut the 4 wide.
I
Yep.
think Baylog might be in trouble here.
Dude, I'm getting worried.
The fan club's having a tough night.
Kyle Moody looking sporty.
Boy, he's fading.
And Schuhart he's in trouble. Nope. Saved by the caution, maybe.
You are,
R.I.P. Dom.
you are a spoiler. Is Dom coming back or no?
I'll pause it for a couple seconds.
I'll text him here. I texted him.
All right,
when
tell
he
me
sees
what.
the
Tell me
news.
when you see JJ Law staring
I-
at you, spun
I pushed
around.
live on my thing again, so now he's
Oh,
I
okay.
see.
Yeah, that's all you
I
gotta do
see.
is push live.
I push live and it never ends well for me.
I used to watch this on my iPad and then use my computer. So now we changed my whole setup because I use my iPad for the podcast. So I just have to watch on my phone.
Dirt82T asks, he's coming to Texarkana for the Outlaws in October. What's the place like? Usually pretty badass. Very rarely do they have
Oh, it
bad
looks
races
awesome.
there.
Tim Crawley's
He
done a
can't-
good job with that
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Dom cannot get internet going. He can't even get it going on his home computer. I'd say RIP Dom.
Farewell.
4 wides for the kids. Never get rid of it. I agree. Track's starting out to widen out. Definitely not Freddie's year. I feel like we've said that a lot of years lately. Hope Baylog doesn't leave the.
Year. In his defense, it's hard to have it be your year. There's a lot of other guys that are hoping.
Yeah, hell yeah. The Raiders just dominated Lincoln for so long, though. That
But he's still like, I bet you if you look up Freddie or Steve probably knows.
Oh, right.
but, like,
He has
probably
ridiculous
knows, like,
top 5 numbers, I bet. I bet he has like an
Yeah.
extremely
How
high
many wins does he have
top
this
5
year?
percentage.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably won
And
quite a few.
I think we're only like 3 years away from him having had like a stupid
it's
season. But
3
I'm trying to
wins.
remember.
3 wins.
But I
and
feel like
19
we're
top 5s.
3 or 4 years ago, he won like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say off the top of my head. I hope Baylog doesn't leave the national tour after this rough year. I have not heard a single word about Baylog leaving. I don't think you guys have either.
Who knows? Keep
Oh, well,
eating twin cake, drinking maple syrup from Anderson's, and Bill Baylog will be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, just if he wasn't doing it, how does his team doesn't make sense really if he's not doing it, wouldn't you say, fellas?
What's your
I
question?
don't know what he
Hard
would
to
do
understand.
like otherwise. Like I guess like run a Macri style schedule. But
Yeah, but I don't think that appeals to him. I don't.
no, it doesn't because some of those big races aren't necessarily his strong suit either.
And what people forget about PA is you can do that because there's regularly all these over 10,000
Yeah.
win shows. You're
Yeah.
not getting that in Wisconsin.
It's quite the opposite, actually, Daryl. I just went to Wisconsin, raced for 300 to start.
Yeah.
Pat
How
Osborne-
is the IRA these days? How is the IRA these days, JJ? I haven't run with them probably in 10 years.
I don't
And
know.
I always
They're-
loved Steve Sinclair.
It's an enjoyable bunch of like the officials and everything. It's enjoyable to go race with them, but like that particular show was a long night. There was just felt like they had to do several reworks and there were stock cars and stuff. And a couple guys like we popped a tire, a couple guys popped tires, just like 3 or 4 classes of stock cars with us. So I mean, I don't know, but like overall, the IRA as a whole, like I love going and racing, like with the drivers and like the officials up there. It's a great series. It's just, you know, it's not a place like it's a working man's series. Like you're not going there to make money or anything. You're going there to race and build your team up and work on your race. But
I would actually encourage them to not pay more to keep it a working man series.
well, you can just go ahead and go to hell, Daryl. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that.
Pay more to start.
just-
Don't worry about the top.
yes, that exactly.
Right.
Like I'm not saying don't pay, but I'd rather through the field than on top for a series like IRA.
It's
They
definitely
got
tough.
they got a good group of young guys like
They do.
Logan Julian, Will Armitage, and I mean I think Nienheiser's not that young, but
No,
he's,
but like
he's a pretty good
Nienheiser-
racer.
Nienheiser and the Rins both are like right there also, and they're like probably Nienheiser's probably early 30s, and that Rins dude's probably a little younger than me, like 34, I think is what he told me at the dash draw. So it's like, but then that Joe Myers goes up there and kind of, I mean, dude, that kid, every regional
cleans
race
up
he
up
goes
there.
to, he's smashing them. Like, and
We
I've been
got
to
a war for
a
the-
bunch of races. Like, I'm not saying he's smashing, like, I mean, he's smashing me every time I go to these races too. They're very fast.
He's doing it to the
Yeah.
Power Eye guys too. He's
Yeah,
doing
both,
it
that's
to
what, both regions. He's kicking ass, dude. He's gonna be a guy that starts clicking off some more like high limit and outlaw, like running in the dash and getting onto some of these. Like I think he's not very far off of getting that 19 car right where it needs to be.
My only knock on Joel Myers Jr. right now is big tracks. Got to get better on big tracks, but right now 3/8 or smaller. He's rolling.
Yeah. Exactly, and I don't know how much of that's him and how much of that's what's getting him around the thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. That was your knock, or that was like not your, but that was the knock on Ryan Timms too. And then he got into Guy Forward's
Yes.
car, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, he's actually good on
Yeah.
that track."
Yeah. So Schuhart taking a provisional.
Baylog got in good.
Yeah.
Baylog survived.
Any thoughts on the World of Outlaws racing the big track at Belle Isle High Banks this year? Someone asked that last pod to Sam, who just raced there, and Sam thinks there's a really good chance that could end up being a badass race.
It looks scary fast.
Yeah, the 360s are scary fast there from what everyone tells me. I can tell you I ran a Thunder Through the Plains race at Belleville probably around 2011. And it was a different time, like it was an all-star race. And we ran 11th. And here comes Trey Stonks.
Oh, wow, good.
11th. We ran 11th at Belleville that night, and we pulled in. So basically the way it was going was Kerry Madsen killed everybody. And when he lapped you, just pulled in to not murder your car. That I don't think will happen with the Outlaws this time. These guys are all racing for a living. Thunder Through the Plains was more of a regional all-star thing. But I think it could be badass. I feel like they gave the guys really good racetracks the last 2 years at Belleville. Trey, what are you up to, sir?
Oh, God.
You're on
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Trey. I don't even think he can hear us because I've said stuff to him and he hasn't reacted.
No, it's still not working. He can hear you.
Nope.
Yeah, I can read his lips, but we can't hear
Yeah.
him. That's not good.
I can't believe he just said F you, JJ.
Okay, you guys are going to have to figure out your technical difficulties here.
Damn it. Just going through the questions. You good now, Trey? What do we got here? No, we can't hear you still. Between Dom and him, we're...
chat. Is there like the thing at the bottom where it says audio?
I'll go through here, but I don't think there is. We usually have problems with this. And Trey, usually you just got to log out and log back in, and all of a sudden your audio will magically be fixed. We get this a lot with Dom. So, Steve, have you come out with your Knoxville Nationals rankings yet? I feel like I've seen, like 3 people have sent me rankings, so I can't remember.
So I have not officially done them, but I have basically calculated stats for probably half the field already from the last 4 years from Knoxville, from every race at Knoxville. So that's basically where I'm starting.
Jackson, what's up? Who's going to win this thing?
We probably all know who's going to win this thing.
How about now?
Two cars going to be tough.
We got you now, Trey.
Well,
Yeah, Trey.
No, we got you now, Trey.
Perfect.
Yeah, delightful. Can't believe you lost at Skagit on the weekend. Don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So, Trey, I'm going off memory, but you raced for the track owner for several years. In my memory, I have it that you won at BAPS already. Is that accurate, or am I on crack?
Time I ever went.
And did everyone get his answer there, or was it just my listening to him that was screwed up?
Nah, I was like kind of broken up a little bit.
Yeah, Trey. Let's see if we can answer
What's
that
happening?
again. There we go. We got you there.
Okay, yeah, I never won. The best I ran was like 4th at an all-star show, and it was the first time I ever went there.
Yeah. Now, it's hard for me to tell because I've never been there. I was supposed to go there and it rained out. Is there like an odd shape to it?
Not as much as it looked like. Not really. Like, it's classic Pennsylvania shape. You know what I mean? Long straightaways, pretty tight corners. It's really wide,
It's just a
and it
smaller
flattens
version of
off
the Grove,
off
in my
a little bit. Yeah.
What was that, Jackson? What'd Jackson say?
It's just a smaller version of the Grove.
It always looks funny to me, though, like how they exit the corner, but I guess that's also how they exit it at every Pennsylvania racetrack ever.
I mean, just like every track that has like an on-off gate on the exit of the corner, like the exit of 2 flattens out. You know what I mean? It like you fall off a little bit because there's the entrance there. But other than that, it's pretty pretty normal. It's really wide. It's like, I think racing it, it's a little bit bigger than Lincoln. It's not quite as big as Williams Grove. I don't know where I would compare it to.
Moro2M says, Trey and from JJ hyping you up. What are those 2 trophies in the background from?
That is
Oh,
Dirt Cup and 360 Nationals.
what about the big old cup?
That is not a cup. That is a broken trophy.
Oh shit!
This is my broken Dirt Cup prelim trophy.
Oh,
It's like all kinds of messed up. I don't know why, but it's
well, Kevin and Don are watching this, so they'll get you a replacement.
Yeah.
it's okay. This was one of their first years. That was 2022. So we can cut them a little slack.
I always remember the one year Dylan and I ran the Knoxville Nationals, and we were fortunate enough to win the E main, but we had to get home to go somewhere. So we gave the E main trophy to one of our crew guys, Sean, and he took it to Dingus, and we were seeing like everyone taking pictures with their E main Nationals trophy.
That's awesome. I feel like I've got one of those. Maybe it was like an F though.
I do. I won the E-Main the first time I went to the Knoxville Nationals. And it's such a nice trophy. It's hilarious.
Mhm.
Yeah. We've got the E. I don't think we won the D, and we've got about 19 C mains.
Who's winning tonight, Daryl?
I
Garrett
don't want
Williams-
to say gravel. I don't want to say gravel just because. I'm gonna go Chase Deeds.
I'm going to take the 18 from the welder to victory lane.
Hell
like
yeah!
That was awesome. That was some good stuff. That was fun to watch there.
And I've already.
The
I
double
predicted.
box of them working on it was badass.
Yeah, whoever was the producer of that was on point.
On game.
And then I made the prediction before the B main Jackson. I made the prediction that Cam Smith would be the hard charger.
They looked really good there.
I've been waiting for that all night. Looks like they just needed the thing to.
The 1A was really good, and the 1S had negative grip.
And 17 didn't look so
1S and 83 it look like they have negative grip right now.
17 also.
The 17 was the soft charger, but he held on.
The 83 can still make the dash with negative grip, though.
Trey, you just ran the Bob's Burgers and Brews race. It is still the Bob's Burgers and Brews, right? How was that up there? I never got to see it.
It was interesting. Night one was like super wet and treacherous, and we crashed like literally half the field.
Super wet in like a 16 car invert.
Yep, 16 car invert, really wet. Turn 1 and 2 was fine, but 3 and 4 was like slop on the bottom for like 4 or 5 feet, and then like 10 or 15 feet off the wall was just massive craters, and so you had a very narrow window where you could enter 3 at, and so all the crashes were in 3 and 4, and we crashed on a restart because a car in front of me like went through the slop and then all the way
I saw that.
and then that took out Levi and completely killed Robbie's car. The way Robbie hit us, it broke the right front torsion tube off at like the frame. So the only thing holding the torsion tube on was the actual torsion bar. But we could like, I don't know how many rounds we wound into it, like, and it was still like hardly raceable. But with all the carnage, and it was oddly like kind of okay to drive. Like it was buried on the right front. Like I could not turn it into the corner. Like I had to be very careful. But other than that, it was like it rolled around the track and ran 7th. Like after all that, like going to the back, and so that was just interesting. It made me really sad though because that killed that 360 car, which has been like so good for the past 2 or 3 years. But we'll get it fixed and bring it back out. Every time we fix it, it gets better.
I feel like I've watched you drive a crashed race car through the field a lot of times at Skagit.
it's
and like
there-
still run like fifth.
yeah. There's two distinct times. It was this weekend, and then there was a dirt cup I think 2 years ago. That's very similar.
You texted my driver after you passed us.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, and that's why we're like, well, like lately, I'm like, after that shit happens, I'm like, who gives a shit what bars are in it? Like, do not worry. You know what I mean? Like, why are we so worried about this and that? Like, I just like passed cars with literally hardly a right front torsion bar in it. So like when we took the torsion bar out, the tube fell off, and that we couldn't put any weight in the left front either because where it was broke off was right before the pad for the torsion stop adjuster on the left front. So it was like completely messed up, but still like rolled around the racetrack. It was so yeah. I'm so done on like with nitpicking setup. I'm like just get something like fairly simple out there. Like it obviously doesn't mean as much as we think. Yeah, that was Friday. Saturday was like classic Skagit, like or at least as of late. Like got really slick really early and like got up on the fence and was super wide and slick and it was awesome. And
Solwald won, right?
Solwald, he drove a great race.
Where was he running?
The bottom, the middle, a little bit of the top, but kind of wherever he wanted to. Like he was just good. And I dicked up the start on the pole shuffle. Max, I felt like started to go early, and so I tried to like sell it, and I didn't sell it enough, and just ended up getting beat. So we started third in the main, and it took me like 10 laps to figure out what planet I was on. We fell back to 8th from 3rd. Like I just could not get moving. And once I got going, we were really good. It just buried myself. Like I feel like I let one car get by me, and that like chain reaction it was like you get slid and then you get held up and then you just keep getting slid, and the track was still narrow, so like I couldn't get back by him until it widened out. And then like right at the end we were really good. It was just too late. But yeah, Jason was really good. Levi was really good. He was pounding the fence. The final night was exciting. It was just a kind of a shit show on the first night.
Yeah,
I
we were
feel like
like
that's how it's
race pass, and it was not just red. I feel like Skagit kind of misses the boat by not putting that race on flow. Like that's a pretty badass race, and to have it being that big of a pan 360 race and to not have it on, flow or dirt vision or one of the big ones is like, man, it's a bummer because not that many. I mean, we're diehard race fans, but we're not signing up for another streaming service. Now when I can just watch it live.
Because it was on Cali Dirt. Oh, I was like, well, JJ, it's on YouTube for free, but no, that one wasn't because
it was not. Yeah,
because it's an SCCT show. That's
got
why.
it. Okay, yeah, they did kind of miss on that one. I feel like Skagit could have been like, okay, you can do like the Speed Week, but like our races we're gonna do on YouTube because they're like super adamant about putting all their races on YouTube. And really, I mean, talking to John, they don't really have a plan to need to put it on Flow. Like,
yeah, if it's free on YouTube, man, I go through like the pits in Knoxville after the races and stuff, and people have it on TV watching it.
Yeah.
That's accessible enough. Don't have to
I forgot all about that. I didn't realize it was because it was SCCT sanctioned technically.
Yeah,
We gotta chat. By the way, I was gonna say this sounds like old dirt cups. You always used to hear that one of the nights would be like a rough, rutted up mess. The next night would be slick. It sounds like one of those. But we got a question here. What got you all into sprint car racing specifically? Whoever wants to answer first, go first.
Not being old enough to run anything else. I was like 13 or 14, and ironically, the only thing I was old enough to run besides a micro was a winged 410 sprint car at Skagit. So that's what we.
I remember racing you at Cottage.
Well, that's not
super young with the Outlaws. Like I want to say you were like 14, 15 when we raced you at Cottage Grove.
Yep.
Yeah, 14. Right. Yep. Yeah, I guess that's not entirely true. We were looking for a new trailer for the micro, and we found a guy in Montana that had like the trailer we wanted, but it was a full sprint car operation. And originally we were like, this is a great deal. It was like the truck trailer, that old red one that we had like forever.
Yeah.
It was that rig, 3 cars, 3 engines, the mule, like everything it took to go race, spares, everything for like 120 grand, which in 2010 was like that. We would have paid that for the rig, and we're like, we'll just sell the rest of the stuff, right? And then like that winter, we're like, or we could put it together and go racing. Like this is a terrible idea, but it's all here. So like, I went down to Marysville and ran it. It was like the Jimmy Sills deal, and took all our stuff down there, and like I could make a lap pretty well, like at least better than everybody thought I could. And then they're like, okay, well, screw it, let's do it. The rest is history. JJ, I feel like was the same. In fact, well, maybe not that story, but he was just like as young as I was, maybe even younger.
I feel like he was
I'm
your
older.
dad.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was probably. Yeah, I was 14 when I started, but I like kind of feel like
That's not true. That's not true. I've seen photos of the Lil Outlaw. He isn't 14.
So, I mean, I would say what got me into sprint car racing would be. Oh God, my dogs are fighting. What got me? No. What got me into sprint car racing would be probably just like having all those sprint car tracks outside of the quarter midget tracks. You know, like at Skagit up there, they had a quarter midget track they had outside of there, and it was like you get done racing and you go watch them on Saturdays, go get all the autograph cards, and it's like there's no way that's not what you want to do after you get done racing on the dirt right there. And so I just think that having that, and at Grays Harbor they had the same thing after a while, and so it was a pretty smooth, you know, it just made sense to do that. So
did you run quarter to Skagit, JJ?
What's that? Oh yeah, I ran the hell out of
You
it.
did? Oh no shit. See, we never like that's not technically like a QMA track. So like we never ran.
No, but we would run like Skagit and then like Oakwood and stuff like that. Like we'd run like we'd have like special different motors and stuff, you know.
Yeah. No, we ran Oakwood. I just never ran Skagit. Like we ran the Elma track was I-5 and it was like part of the Region 9, and so we would run it, but we never like Skagit quarter midgets was, and I feel like still is like a completely different world.
It's its own world for sure.
Yeah, it's like its own thing. Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard how Greg Hamilton got into sprint car racing?
No.
God.
The way Greg Hamilton got into sprint car racing was his mom took him to Casey Kane night, and he was in line getting autographs, waiting for autograph from Casey Kane, and he saw Casey Kane sign boobs, and he looked at he looked at his mom and was like, "I want to run sprint cars." That's like the best white person's pick.
Did he ever get to
run sprint cars? I don't know. I feel like he probably has. Steve, how'd you get into it?
So my family owned Northeast, like big block and small block modifieds when I was growing up. And we had some
Bridgeport area, right?
Yeah, we raced at Bridgeport primarily. Bridgeport, New Egypt sometimes, Grandview, and then there's Delaware tracks like Georgetown and Delaware International. And every time, like, I loved the modified stuff, but every time the URC 360 guys would come down to those tracks, like, I was just enamored with them. Like, I loved it. And it was funny, my parents actually used to hate it because they always crashed. You had to push start them. They made the nights last like 2 hours longer than what we were used to. But like as a kid, like I just couldn't get enough of it. Like I loved the speed of them, like everything about them. So ever since then, like I've just really took an interest in it. And obviously I never drove. So I guess covering the sport is the next best thing I can do.
For me, my dad grew up working modified, driven by Graham Kells for years. He drove it for a year and had his own super that he ran a little bit when I was a baby. And then him and I decided to go to Eldora in 1988 or 1999. And we were used to coming from pavement racing where if you didn't get like 3 hot lap sessions, you were pissed. And they dropped the green at Eldora, and my dad and I weren't together. And they ran like their 2 laps and were done. And then my dad saw each other and we were just like, what the hell did we just watch? And we were basically instantly converted that night. That's how I got into it. I was a pavement guy up until just a random trip to Eldora. And it was like, is it?
Okay.
What's that, Steve?
No, go ahead. You can finish. I was just remembering.
No, I was just gonna say it was literally like we made the decision right there. Like we're going to sprint car races now. We're not going to pavement races.
So yeah, I can actually remember one night at Bridgeport. It was when it was still a 5/8 mile, so it was huge. And Kurt Michael was down there. He was driving the 5G, the Gallagher car, which I think now is technically the 27H car that he has. But he was driving that car, and he was just, I think he was just testing, and he had a 360 in, and like he was out there all by himself, never lifting on the 5/8, and like that sound when like no one else was on the track and the pits were quiet, where it was just like something that'll stick with me forever.
Like
best.
Thunder when they're testing at Charlotte.
Mhm.
But
Joel, you
Coach
got
gets his
quiet.
chance.
Oh, you're back.
All right, who's gonna win?
I've said Dietz already. I feel like the track is going less and less Dietz, but
I've been riding or dying on Williamson, but boy, that's a tough front row for him.
Yeah.
I do
who
want
do you
to
got?
see.
I'll take
Who
the
do you got,
39M from 10th.
Who you got, Trey? You're the bad expert here. I don't think any of us have been there other than you.
God, I was for driving for the owner of the track. I was so bad here. Like,
Isn't
that
it?
should be way better.
Don't you feel? Don't those feel awful? Like I'll watch like Peck run at like Vegas, and if he has a hot off night, or if he has an whoever drives the Rudine cart or Cup, if they're off, I just feel so terrible for them.
Oh,
Scott used to get actually angry at us, like especially when we weren't doing good, because like Jeff, the other car owner, like Baps has practice nights every Wednesday night, and he's like, "Why don't you guys come and like run laps?" And Jeff like refused to. He's like when we're struggling, why don't you come and run practice? And Scott used to get so mad. He's like, "I have an entire track for you to come and test at, and you won't even do it." It was hilarious. So yeah, I was only ever okay here. I mean, just like all of them, they're tough. Like, so you got guys that are really good here. Like, I feel like,
who's gonna
Chase-
win?
Isn't this for Borden?
I'll
Yeah.
take Garrett. I'll take Williamson.
All right, we're riding. We're both riding together.
You guys know Kofoid's going to destroy everyone now that none of us took him.
Are you guys about to go green? Like, are we on?
Yeah, we're going green.
They just took the green, right?
Perfect. Yep.
It's kind of weird that Wagaman's not here.
Yeah, very weird. Like I said, Chase Dietz is going to win.
He probably will, but you never know.
I feel like he's going to have his hand full with gravel by the end of it. But I did pick him, so I'm going to ride with that. I'm putting my faith in Tommy Carl.
It's a little narrow on the top right now. I feel like this place gets a certain amount up the racetrack, and then like guys can make the bottom work, but the
Then it
top
gets equal.
I'm surprised you say you sucked at Baps, Trey, because I feel like this would be a track where, like, you guys with Jeff experimenting so much would eventually hit on something.
It should have been. That's why it was frustrating. Like we couldn't ever hit on anything here, and we didn't like every time we ran here. I feel like it was like a pretty big show, so it was tough. I remember Paul McMahon got so angry at me one time here because I was absolutely in the way as a lap car, and like it was kind of like cleaned off all the way across, so you could kind of get away with running anywhere. And I guess I was just literally in the way. I'm pretty sure I like might have been part of. I think he was leading, and like he got passed, and I was like the last lap car, one of the lap cars that he remembers having to deal with, and apparently I was not being very choosy with my lanes, and he let me know.
I always think it's hilarious. By the way, there goes my hard charger.
There goes
I always think it's
Everyone's hard charger. The people's hard charger.
I always think it's hilarious when like a really good racer is a lap car and they're not good at being a lap car because they're never a lap car. I tend to always think that's hilarious unless my driver's trying to pass them, lap them.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Perfect example is like Williamson leading at the King's Royal. Like every lap car gave him trouble. And,
Okay, how about, I don't remember who it was, but how about
Reitzel gave him a
Right.
head.
Reitzel pulled him back.
back on the leader?
Caleb
I
Henry.
saw Caleb
like-
Henry publicly apologized for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
Caleb slid him, passed him back, and Reitzel slid him back, which was pretty.
yeah.
It wasn't just a slider; like it was a bomb.
Yeah,
Cut
it was
throat.
aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I
And
mean,
at first I thought they might not have known that Williamson was the leader.
that's what I was gonna say.
Or he wanted to stay on the lead lap. Really,
But people have told me Williamson and Reitzel have a history, so
Oh, great.
He knows there's no lucky dog award in this deal.
Yeah.
IRA, anytime there's a yellow before there's 5 laps to go, like anytime, like 20 whatever, everybody gets their lap back.
So that reminds me of like leading Trophy Cup and coming around and like lapping the high point guys. Like there are some bombs thrown then, because once you get put a lap down, like you're screwed. Like I remember racing Justin Peck in the 17 car, the snowmobile, and
you were in the Redeem car.
Right. Yep. And he actually raced me pretty. Like he didn't race me dirty at all. But like we battled for like 10 laps of him trying to stay on the lead lap and me trying like to actually pass cars so I don't have cars go by me from behind me. And I was like, yeah, these guys are going to race their absolute ass off because they get put a lap down, like they're out of the points. So that's kind of what it reminded me of there. It was like, where is a place where like lap cars race you really hard? It's like Trophy Cup final night. They will like, you are basically the lap car as the leader in their eyes because they're like trying to make up points. So that was pretty
Brian Booz asked how much testing goes on in general. Are teams renting tracks on a regular basis? The top teams, I think, are testing a lot. Like I was talking
Quite a bit.
to Joe Gertie. I was talking to Joe Gertie today, and he was talking about when he was on the Larson number 2 with Macedo. He said they probably tested 8 or 9 times a year. I used to always hear that the KKR team was testing like crazy. Sam actually owned a track, and I've told this story before, we only ever tested once before the Outlaws came. We wanted to see if our qualifying setup was good. We literally unloaded and we're like, no, we're pretty good, and ran 5 laps and went home. I'd say most teams, would you say, JJ, every series team probably rents Knoxville once a year to test. Would you say that's fair to say? Or a lot of the elite teams at one point will rent Knoxville?
There's definitely just randomly, quite a like Rico and all those guys will just be at Knoxville like a few times during the year.
They just had one last week, didn't they?
Yeah. Like
they have one every weekend, every Friday. There's
not necessarily, but it does work out about that way. They cut it back this year a little.
Yeah,
from last
I know we plan to test at the opener this year. We've never tested at Knoxville. We were planning to test at the opener, and it rained. Yeah, and it rained out, so we couldn't do our test, even if we wanted to.
I feel like some teams rent Lucas Oil sometimes too.
I think there's a lot of stuff that happens like that you don't even know about. Like I've wrote down teams to Florida and just tested at some random track in Florida, and it's like I don't think anybody else even knew about it. And like we were there and Casey Kane rolled up and like Macri rolled up, and it's like some track we're probably never even going to race at, but everybody's just getting their shit tuned in for Volusia.
Yeah. And I feel like before World Finals, there's usually a group of people that test at Charlotte, like 2. You see like Bernie testing there.
Ray goes to Skagit like twice a week. That's why he wins all those races.
Yeah. I think the 10 car tests at Sharon every now and then.
Yeah, well,
but I couldn't say that. You can say they on the track. Well, we on the track, and like I say, we only tested once.
Testing.
I think it also
it's like
I think it also really depends like how many people you have on your team. I think that affects it a lot. What were you going to say, Trey?
It's like testing in a dirt track. Like it's not like a pavement track where you can just like show up. Like a lot more work goes into it than like it's sometimes worth. So that's why people you see them kind of like grouping up on it. Like it's not just one person usually. I mean, sometimes it could be. And then you also like testing is only useful like to a certain extent because like you can never even come close to replicating any sort of track conditions. I feel like the best way to test is after the feature on a race night.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
That would be the most effective way for sure.
Totally agree with that.
Weekend used to let us do it, and we don't really get to it anymore.
This place is getting lippy and grabby on the.
Yeah, now it's turning into a chase seats track.
It looks a little sketchy.
Look at Lance. Lance was.
Yeah, Lance has been quietly kind of doing pretty well. Macri
Lance up there ripping the top.
When you said look at Lance, I'm like, is he on the top?
No, infield.
Hell,
No,
hell no.
not at all.
He's under the wall.
He's running with
Gravel found the bottom.
He's running the pace truck line.
Mhm.
I like it.
He,
Yeah, 3
yeah,
and
time
4.
to lap. We were talking about lap cars. One of my dad and I's favorite low key thing to do is watch the last 2 cars at Williams Grove, the National Open, battle for last. Because it's always 2 like badass guys and they're racing their dicks off.
This is getting good. Gravel is there. On the bottom too. But I'm excited for like when Dietz, usually when somebody shows
Yeah,
Dietz
Dietz went
nose, he
down.
turns it up.
It's the exit of 2 and down the
Yeah,
back.
but also
Like there's so much time made up on the bottom there.
Right here, yeah. Yeah, it's getting choppy in 3 and 4 and 2 also. So it's like grabbing him. It's killing his exit.
is Sheldon quietly moving up? Is that what I'm seeing? I mean, he's 4 seconds back, but
Hey, 6th.
He got back by Deweese.
if Dietz can just get off 4 a little better on the bottom there,
Mm-hmm.
He gave up.
but I don't think he can.
He did not give up on it.
Whoa.
Back to it. I thought he was giving up on it last lap too. It looked like he got off of 4 pretty good last lap.
And it's
He's
a really good sign that Dietz turns it up when someone's on, because it means
always.
he's thinking really clearly in the car. Like it means he's
Dude,
conscious.
he's obviously
Basing
doing
himself.
most everything right. He's the winningest driver in the world.
Yeah.
That was good.
He's like
Going in the
Trace
middle
Starks.
pretty well.
He's like Trace Starks in Washington.
Sometimes.
Trey, how was it racing for Chase? I bet that was fun.
It was really good. They're like their operation is first class there, and they're all like really fun to be around. Yeah, no,
Yep.
his stuff's really nice. I tore up 2 top wings, like, and I felt really bad because I was like, this shit is so nice. Like the first night I flipped, but the second night, like we just like it was Bud's crash, and like I like flipped another car on the right side, and it just hurt it enough on the right side to like not want to fix it.
God.
So, but no, their stuff's really nice.
Yeah, they're cool. They're fun people too. I figured you'd have a good time doing that.
Yeah, no, I had a great time. Yeah.
I feel like the posse is murdering the Outlaws are murdering the posse here, but Dietz is winning. So when he's
Sheldon's got his work back.
That's all they care about.
Sheldon's in the top 5, coming for more.
and there's Ramsey just quietly having another top 10 against top level competition.
Yeah, it's crazy. How many 410 starts does that Rumsey kid have? Not many.
He ran last year a good
Really?
amount.
Okay. I never
Yeah.
heard of him before this year. He was hyped up because of the iRacing stuff.
He was good last year. Like he had a big performance in the Outlaws last year, didn't he? He made the dash.
He made the dash at Pat
Had to-
Valley. With
Okay.
Didn't he make the dash? Didn't
Dude,
he make the dash at Lincoln? And then they were like wet sanding, and he got EQ'd or something like that.
I thought that was this year.
this
That
is a
was-
barn burner. Buddy is coming.
Oh shit.
This is a good race.
Oh, buddy. Oh, David's not gonna like that.
Hmm. No, he's not.
Here we go.
Oh, nice move.
You know who else isn't gonna like it?
Dude,
Cody Jacobs won't like it.
that was a good move
I
by
feel-
Buddy.
I feel like he'll let him know.
That
But-
like toss up at
but-
the end of the shoot when he knew he was going to get slid was perfect.
But do you know who's loving this?
Oh, he's
Jason
catching.
Dietz.
Yeah, but now Buddy's clear. This is gonna be good last lap, I think.
Oh boy, he is just yarding him in now.
Buddy's trunked.
We picked a good one, fellas. We picked a good one.
Sheldon up to 5th. Williamson another respectable.
It looks
6th.
like Buddy can get off 2 a little bit better.
Yeah, all the way down too. It helps him. Straightaways never felt
I'm
so
still
long.
with Dietz here.
Tired.
What kind of bomb is going to be thrown here?
I don't know.
There's gonna be a bomb, but
There
I
might be a
think
lap
Dietz
or
got
something.
this.
The 1A's in the way, and I don't know.
Yep.
If
Oh, 1A's definitely
Oh,
going.
God.
Oh wow,
Oh,
tried.
Chase
Nice.
Dietz.
Yeah,
that was a good race.
yeah.
Who picked Dietz, by the way? Did anyone pick Dietz?
I figured somebody did.
I
Does
can't
anyone-
believe nobody picked Buddy.
I did.
Because I
did
told
just
you I had a
for record.
1.8 average finish at BAPS this year.
Yeah. It's better now. It's like 1.4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Outlaws, he should get extra points for that.
Where did you start?
What was that?
He's got
Trey?
Somebody's got a train outside their house.
Yeah, who's
That would be me. That would be me. That would be the
That's,
Brownsburg shop.
that's
It's-
insane, Daryl. It
it
sounds
makes-
like you're gonna get hit by it.
It makes sure to wake me up every morning.
Oh,
You were asking a question, Trey, and you cut out twice.
Where
Was it
Where
something
did
about-
Danny start?
oh, deep.
He finished
Oh,
10th.
actually, I don't think it was that deep. He
No?
ran like. I have to look.
He wasn't in the B, so top 20.
No, they interviewed him
Dietrich
after-
snuck into he had the 5th spot in his
Okay,
heat.
then he did deep.
Not the best scales mount there, buddy. Need to work on that.
Yeah, Danny went +9. Started
So
19.
I noticed here, Buddy was trunked. Dietz was pretty far back. David kind of looks like he's forward-ish. It could just be the way.
Dietz is all in. I'm sure he hits the pads, head out the side, everything.
He what?
He was head out the side. He's making sure he landed on those scales. He wasn't messing around. That's his first outlaw win, correct? Or am I missing one?
He
I feel like he
got-
might have won in the
he
group.
won the
in spring.
National Open prelim or the
Yeah,
So number 2.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Dude, he's having the best year. Like, it's phenomenal.
Did you know I technically replaced him as a driver
That's awesome.
in the Scott Gobrett car in
That's
like
what I was wondering. Which car?
2015?
You should try to replace him in the 23.
No, he's got that thing figured out.
That team looks like they're in for the long haul, from what I can see.
Yeah.
You remember racing him with the ASCS, JJ?
Chase Dietz?
No, the 23 team. We raced them with the ASCS.
Oh, yeah.
at
It was,
Sealingsgrove, and I was like, holy shit. That team
Yeah.
is not a
Devin
360
Borden?
team.
nope.
I want to say Pat Cannon, maybe? Pat Cannon for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started behind him in my heat. I almost missed the Sealingsgrove A main because I was behind
Yeah.
all these fat guys.
Yeah, who do you knock out on the line? Who do you knock out to make that race again?
Luckily, I was able to pick off Alex Hill on a late race restart to get into the
Yeah.
show. Daryl.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, JJ. Prick.
Was
Yeah,
that
and what's that?
ASCS at Selinsgrove?
Yeah, they used
It's
to.
2 or 3 years, yeah.
What year was that?
21.
Oh, okay.
And we went the year before. We went the year before too, and I think we were. I think it might have only been 2 years,
I
but we
ran
did.
second at an ASCS show at Selinsgrove 1 year to Blaine Heimbaugh.
Yep, that was the first
Yeah.
year we went. That was the first year we went. I can't remember where our team finished. We were in that one. Then the second one was it. Did Schaefer win it, JJ, or did he break? He was in the Hefner car.
I don't remember who won it, to be honest. I thought Heimbaugh won it when we were there. He did. I'm almost positive.
Maybe he won it both times. He might have won
Yeah.
it both times because I'm sure he won it the first time we were there.
He won when I was there, too. I'm pretty positive.
Hell of a year for old Chase Dietz. I remember people telling me he was coming along and I didn't see it, so that's another
I
one where
told you.
admit I was wrong. Yep. JJ, you and I were going through our who's coming. Who all did we name? We said Cole Croft.
Yeah, all those California kids.
Have you raced Cole Croft? He was down at Skagit, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Trey?
he had a lot of speed. He just had a week where, which we've all been there at 14 years old, and where he just couldn't stop crashing. And then I feel like you get in the cycle where like you try harder to like make up for crashing, and then you crash again. But he's really fast. He's going to be really good.
He's already won this year. But we had some good names, JJ. Some names I thought were definitely worth mentioning. I'm trying to remember who we had.
That one of them that I said when we were talking was that Buddy Schweibens that we were. That
Oh.
was there to,
You were talking about a kid at Knoxville that's impressing you.
oh, that Evan Seamard. I don't know who he is exactly.
Seminard.
Semarin or something like that.
I
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
failed
I-
his
yeah.
name, and I'm sorry.
The 57 car.
59, I think he is.
Or
Yeah, because
either way.
Cam Sorrells is the white 57. He's doing a good job, but then the 59, Evan S in the black 59 car is very fast in Knoxville. And then, I mean, there's some guys just kind of around like region. Like I feel like that Ryder McCutcheon kid's definitely.
Dude,
one-
he's
Yeah,
badass.
you and I have both seen him be really good.
Yeah.
He's leading the
there's
Power
always,
Ride
like,
Championship right now.
Yeah,
There's always like 4 California 14-year-olds.
that's what I mean. There's several. It's like Jet Barnes, Jet Yanis is pretty good. There's man, Dominic Gordon seems to win a lot. Like for
He's
as much
getting
as
back on a heater again. He's really good at Watsonville right now.
He's streaky.
Really good. He was 2 years ago when
He won-
he almost beat me at the 360 Nationals. He won like every Oregon Speed Week show, and like
Yeah.
he could not lose.
Didn't he like lead at Skagit on the prelim night?
Yeah, he
fall
won a
back
dirt
to
cup
18?
prelim.
He won a
I
dirt
thought.
cup
But he fell back to 18.
Yeah.
He still won, didn't he?
Well,
Trey?
on the prelim night, he won from like 15th because I was high point at 16th and he was 15th, and he won and I ran like third, and then it was him and I on the front row on the final night, and he led 10 laps. I actually passed him, and then like we had a war going, and around the halfway point there was a red, and we were sliding each other back and forth, but I think I technically had the lead, but his shifter broke off, and so he couldn't get it back in gear when they went to fire back off for the red. So he had to go to the work area, get them to put it in gear, and then he like got to the same straightaway as I was in like 20 laps from the absolute back, from like 18th.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could not lose. And then something happened, and I don't know what it was. And then like he like fell off for like a year, and now he's back to being really fast again.
And I remember when he took that prelim, like there wasn't a lot of question he was going to win that race. Like he
Yeah.
was just the best.
Yeah, no, he was good. That was the same year. Yep.
And Beasley Racing says I haven't seen a car this dominant in PA since Raymer in 04. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, Macri has been good there.
That 44 with Starks, they were incredible.
We were.
Dietrich wins a lot of races. Like
I think Macri is the last guy to win 20 races in a season. Like, I think he did it like 2 or 3 years ago.
Another one of those California
Yeah,
kids is that like Caleb Henry's little brother, Landon Henry. That
He's gonna
kid's
be good.
he got mentioned in the chat. He got mentioned in the chat. Yeah, people are talking about Raymer in the Haas car. Yeah, there was a period in like the late 90s, early 2000s where if you even wanted to think about winning, you had to have Raymer, DeWeese, or Hodnett in your car.
What about Lance in the 69K? Like they didn't run as many
Lance?
races, but
Yeah,
they won
that's yeah.
a ton.
Yeah, I remember there was a period there where in its where Hodnett in the Apple car was unbelievable. There was a period where Hodnett in the Klein car was unbelievable. Raymer was unbelievable in the Haas car and the Hamilton car. I think someone might correct me if I'm wrong. I think at one point in '98, Raymer won 12 straight features at Lincoln, I believe. They were ridiculous.
For me, in recent history, Lance with the 69K was the most impressive because you knew he was going to win almost every night, but not like because he could do it like where nobody else was running. Like he didn't even have to race anyone. You know what I mean?
You couldn't stop him if he had the car.
Yeah. Like Chase will beat everyone because he's doing whatever they're doing better. Like Lance would beat everyone because he could do something nobody else could, and so he didn't even have to race anybody. Like he could just run away from.
He had his own line. He had his own lane almost all the time.
Yeah.
And the thing about him, that JJ, Trey, you know this, you can't even start to like go, okay, let's make a car like the 69, because it's like it's such a drastic change in everything you do. You'd be lost. You'd
It takes
be
you like 3 years to even like figure out like what to do with the car and to get it to like there's this. You know what I mean? Like it'd take way too long.
yeah, and you'd still be inconsistent. Like you'd have nights where
Yeah.
you were great, and you'd have nights where you're terrible. And even
Yeah.
your great nights, I don't even know if you'd be as fast as the 69K.
I was so impressed with how good they were at Skagit from never seeing it before. And like the same thing, like he
Yeah.
could just do like with Darren, like, we
I-
do different stuff.
I told Steve before we went on, I was so geeked out to watch Blaney take on the 69K at Oshweekend, and just
Mhm.
for whatever reason, I thought those two cars would light up Oshweekend.
Yeah.
And just for whatever reason, I talked to Donnie after the race. I forget what he said. Blaney said his car was better than him all night.
Mhm.
Donnie was pretty down on himself for missing it with Bell, but JJ, you there? I thought the 10 car and Kreitz were going to light it up at Oshweekend, and they just didn't.
I definitely thought
I-
the 69K would. I was worried that Oshweekend would be too fast early for the 10 to be in contention, because like Sharon's slick from qualifying and hot laps on, like the places where they do good, and same with Port when it's like a certain way.
Yeah.
But I thought Oshweekend would probably be too fast, too early for those guys to really be awesome. Like I thought he might. I did expect later when it really changed for him to rip through the field, sort of just kind of do that same,
Yeah.
just be the only guy stuck around the middle bottom, but never really came to fruition. Yeah, 69K I definitely thought would be better all the way around. I really expected it.
Especially when they went out late and got in the dash spot, I was like, okay, here we go. And then he soft charged in the heat. But no, I really hope they keep coming back, because at some point I think they'll just do something insane at Oshweekend. Was Davey Brown at Skagit? I did not see him at Skagit, nor did I see him at Oshweekend. I'm guessing traveling is insanely hard. Did you see him
He's
at
like
Skagit?
100
Trey?
years
I did.
old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
his cross country traveling days are over.
Yeah.
He's
I
at
remember
Port Royal.
There was one night at Path Valley at a Speed Week show that like they had some sort of crash in the support class, and it was like over an hour like delay. And I remember Donnie coming up to the edge of track, and he's like, I sent Davey home. Like this is gonna be way too late for him. I told him to go.
Yeah.
We finished the race.
Now I always thought
That's it.
Davey was like a figurehead, where it's just like, yeah, he's there. But Joe
No,
tells me that's what I'm saying. Joe tells me, he really is wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
He really is making decisions. I just thought that was cool as hell, because for like
Yeah.
the last 10 years, I thought he was just like, Donnie was just kind of letting him be the guy or whatever and really doing everything. But Joe told me, no, he's absolutely in on the decisions and everything there. So I thought that's just badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that team was just cool all around.
Super awesome. Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The one thing I'm going to tell you guys is when we stop recording, leave it on, because sometimes it doesn't upload. That's why I haven't been able to upload the last 2 episodes. Any last thoughts, fellas, about the race?
Awesome show.
I thought it was a good race, even though I think on the stat sheet it probably won't show that there was much passing. But honestly, like the show front was good.
I think that's about the best. I think that's easily the best race I've seen at Babs. Is that fair to say? I
They're
can't remember
usually
one better.
They have good local shows, but I feel like a lot of people don't get to see them.
No,
Yeah, but I don't feel like I've seen one that's stacked up to that though. Like with 5 laps to go, we
Yeah.
genuinely didn't know if Dietz, Buddy, or Gravel was going to win.
I thought Buddy was going to win with 5 to go.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, by the way, Dom. Hell of a job keeping your internet up there, Dom. That was awesome.
Oh, was he on
But
there?
yeah, he was on here, and then his internet died, and he gave up after. You know how technologically advanced he is.
Yeah,
Trey.
he's easily defeated.
Yeah.
He's just,
So-
he's literally smashing his Italian food now. He's probably watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop the recording, but guys, give me a second here. Thanks everyone for tuning in.